next-generation spaceplane, a rocket booster that landed itself. Where will they inspire you to go? Mars? The rings of Saturn? New worlds light years beyond. Choose your breathtaking journey into the future of space travel at Gateway, the Deep Space Launch Complex, featuring Spaceport KSC, where real space meets real thrills. Only at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Visit KennedySpaceCenter.com for tickets.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it on this gorgeous, God almighty, absolutely flawless, breezy, perfect Friday afternoon. Welcome to the show. I am Jim. We do have a good program for you today. We'll get you caught up on what's happening out in the world. Deb's Woke News will do that around 3:20. Embers only today at 3:45, turning you on to one of my favorite cigars out there in the world. 5 o'clock, we'll have rich tips, trivia, Ross thoughts, last call, your talkbacks, calls, and text all day long. Welcome to the show. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer, Mr. Ross Padgett.
Smack 'em, rack 'em. Don't forget to attack 'em.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show, and on Twitter it's just at Jim Colbert Show, every day, all day, at JimColbertLive.com.
Sadate.
Everybody's, oh man, I love it right off the bat, huh? Everybody's Friday good?
You said it's Friday, right?
Yeah, it is Friday.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, but I mean, I'm fighting, I'm not fighting insurance companies. I'm simply trying to understand insurance companies, and I'm not there yet.
What's your problem?
I don't even know what to really tell you. So
that's bad.
What spurned all of this is that I had to go see a doctor because if we don't, we get docked.
Yeah, you have to pay more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go through this, what's it, a health scan? Is that what it's called?
A biometric screening or scanning, and then or you could take a physical.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm trying to knock out the wellness,
good for you.
What I need to do.
Right.
And it's just a little bit more difficult than just showing up and getting a physical.
Oh, I see. So you're finding the hoops to jump through are a bit much for what you're being asked to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think that might be the case. But then I had to switch my PCP.
Yeah.
Which I'll never forget that I feel like all different types of doctors should be named after different types of drugs.
I don't get it.
Because PCP?
Yeah.
Primary care physician.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we should keep that up.
All right, yeah.
Really integrate the rest of the drug family.
Well, I wish you the best. I did not have that kind of morning, but I did find out today from my tax consultant that I'm not having enough withdrawn out of my paycheck.
Oh.
Which I have to go to IRS and tell them, or HR and tell them soon, because apparently I did not make the right choices. So therefore, I had to pay a certain amount, and I had to go to my tax guy and go, why exactly is it this much? And he said, because this. And I went, I'll see you later. I was hoping there'd be an argument there. He goes, no, you don't have any write-offs or anything, dummy.
No.
I don't know if you know this.
This is going to be a very interesting tax season for me because it's the first, tax.
Oh, with your
tax refund while getting married, and also knowing that my wife is going to be in debt from the tax. From her taxes. She's a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And they don't pay their taxes. I think on any of their income.
Well, they're supposed to do that.
Like that.
So here's the deal with that. So I
don't even know, dude. I'm just like a 6'2" question mark.
I learned a lot about this today, and again, I hire professionals for this, but when I get that answer that I got, when I asked how much, they told me the number. I was like, okay, well that sounds
Horrible.
strong. So I said, let's talk a little bit about this. And I went in today to talk to him, and he explained exactly what was going on, which makes perfect sense. But he did tell me this. He goes, now, and don't worry, because even if you and your wife filed separately, it would be at least this bad, maybe worse. And then he looks at me and he says, this is what they call the marriage penalty.
Oh, great.
I went, oh, great. Federal government has something that you joke about being a penalty just for being in a civil union where you guarantee, in a marriage.
Right.
But it does penalize you because it's the way they stack the incomes. Like if you and your wife were just living together and filing separate, but you were considering yourself married, exactly like Deb and Chris do, that it's a better tax situation for you because your incomes aren't stacked, putting you in different brackets at different times.
That's so awesome. That's so great.
Yeah, it's not. and by the way, it would be considerable. In my case, it would be a relatively considerable amount of money. So
see, my entire
I'm
life,
getting divorced this afternoon.
Yeah, my entire life,
it's worth the money.
Countless amount of times that I've been told that getting married, having a wife, or having a husband is really good for your taxes. I've been told that.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
it's good for you financially, but not necessarily when it comes to taxes.
I think that's dependent on what each person does. Like, I think in your situation, she's going to just have to understand that when she gets those big checks that come from selling a house, she will be responsible for putting some of that money back and them paying out. I also found out today, and guys, I don't know if you know this, I found out today there was a discrepancy in how much I owed. It was a pretty good amount of money. So what I was told is I need to plan for that same amount for next year. And here's also what I learned. If you don't make any changes and have more money taken out, or do or pay in advance, like, in other words, pay them in advance every month, just send them a check for a certain amount of money. If you have that same deficiency again next year, in other words, I don't make any changes, it's still the same amount, I get penalized for that. Like, they can come back and penalize me on the amount of money that I owe on top of owing that money because I didn't make the proper adjustments, because the way they look at it, that's their money. You're holding their money from them. So in their eyes, I held that money back, and I have to pay a penalty that would basically be the interest on that money I guess they think they would have made or whatever while it's being invested as I pay.
Wouldn't it be nice if turnaround would be fair play?
Hey, it's not going to work like that.
No, of course not.
But then
still fun to think about.
Then I get the smile marriage penalty joke, which is always good. Tax guy jokes are always the best jokes.
I was just thinking, what other...
As he handed me my bill.
What other careers require you to lie about what you do when you're at a cocktail party?
Right, exactly.
I was thinking about that, though. IRS, right? Yeah. You definitely say you're a tennis star or you work at a bank.
Else, right?
Anything but else. IRS.
I don't think my number one lie, though, is tennis star.
Yeah, I say dry cleaner. Who cares?
I think there was a movie or something like that where a couple of people ended up.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, who ended up. Wait, who else? IRS.
Oh well, attorneys and doctors.
Okay, all right. How about insurance company people now?
Those are the big bosses, man.
It's weird because you're. I think you're doing two different things here too. Because I believe you're saying that you won't tell anybody that because you don't want to get ragged on. Like,
right.
But the other ones, like doctors and lawyers, you don't want to tell anybody that because they'll start asking you stuff. Like if you ask somebody what they do at a party and they say they're a doctor, 8 out of 10 people are going to be like,
is this normal?
I got this crick in my elbow. Take a peek, doc. And of course, next thing you know, this guy's stripped down to his sieve, showing the doctor every bump he's had since 16 years old.
Yeah, I've never seen that part of my body. Can you look at it?
Doc, if we need to go in the bathroom to finish this up, I can get you back to your Smokies pretty quick. Yeah, or attorneys. It's like, hey, my ex-wife stole my child and moved to Barbados. What do I do? Oh, forgot, I'm a felon. I think I owe $30,000 in child support. Now what? Right? They're just pinned against the wall. I wouldn't tell anybody if I was an attorney. I would never tell anybody. They'd ask me, I'm like, I'm a shepherd.
Right.
Okay, I wouldn't tell you anything.
I deal with farm animals.
Right, exactly. Nothing interesting. It would always be, I work at a dry cleaner, insurance.
Right.
Smoothie shop. I don't care.
Yeah,
anything.
I'm making, banana boats on the weekends.
Somebody texted us at 77031. I'm also a realtor, and I'm set up as an LLC with a subchapter S to not pay self-employment tax, and I pay myself as an employee.
There you go.
Jim, you're pointing at me. You're pointing at Deb like, yep, that's the ticket. You got to listen to that. Say that again, Deb, real fast.
I'm also a realtor, and I'm set up as LLC with subchapter
I'm
S.
out. LLC, don't know what
Limited
it's
Liability Corporation.
Okay, don't know what the benefits are of that. And then you said the S section?
Subchapter S.
Subchapter S. I'm out. Strike 2.
She made herself like a realty company, and the pay that she gets goes into the LLC, and then she gets a salary from that.
Yeah, my wife has an LLC. I don't know if she uses it.
Well, that's what she should be using it for.
She said. That's what they're saying you should do, because then that way he or she, they or them, that way you cover those taxes. Because are you guys disciplined enough that when she gets her commission checks, you pull out that 20% and put it in maybe at a credit union?
Oh, they pull out that 20% and put it in a bar. That's what they do.
Deb, what you really need to understand about me, and this goes for anybody listening.
Hey,
you're really good
Deborah,
with money, though.
Deborah, let's learn together.
Okay.
I'm winging this.
I think most people are winging it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think most people are in that.
And you know what? When I look around, I'm starting to think nobody else does either.
Yeah, I think a lot of us just stumble through life.
I think our number one job at our jobs is to pretend like we know what we're doing. But
that's the fake it till you make it world.
Exactly.
No idea.
Yeah.
LLC S chapter S. What DMX? Woof woof.
Where my dog's at?
I'm so bad at all of it.
A lot of people are. Someone also pointed out, don't tell people you're a welder or an electrician. And I also want to say, any kind of mechanic or auto body
That's another
work.
one. You
tell anybody that, and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, I've had this ding for so long. I just."
Or even better, you go, "Hey, I got this '65 Lark. It's been sitting in my garage since my grandpappy died. You think you can get that thing to run for me?"
We just got.
I got $60 on it. He's like, "Oh, they never value your time as it literally
exactly."
And alas, the problem that I have with life and existence as a whole. We got another text. You can't be an LLC and a subchapter S at the same time. You can be one or the other, but not both. So I'm back to page 1, drowning in confusion.
Right. Well, I'm going to make some notes from the texting service and give you a really solid financial plan to take home with you this evening to study.
Yeah.
We'll do a quiz on it Tuesday.
My financial strategy is like 4 out of the 7 days out of the week, I act broke. And then I cross my fingers and I hope the numbers are there.
Solid plan, Ross.
Well, it beats mine. I think it beats mine a little before your age. Mine was, how many checks could I float at the same time? And, buddy, let me tell you, I was doing a Houdini act at some points in my print shop world because I was floating thousands of dollars of checks at a time, waiting for this one check to come through from this one vendor who owed me money that would cover all of it. And that guy would call up and go, "Hey, man, I'm going to be like 10 minutes late." And I'm like, "No! No!
You're ruining the plan."
I'm like, "You got to be here before 2. Not because I need the money, though. Because you can't come off like you don't know what the hell you're doing."
No wonder you're such a good surfer.
Right.
What's the really odd, aggressive saying? You're robbing Mary to pay Paul or something?
You're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry, Mary.
That's it's basically a Ponzi scheme. My entire financing thing was a Ponzi scheme.
Most of us were.
Right. I just had this big empty bubble of money following me around, and hopefully it never caught up to me.
Hey, it turns out that the people wearing wingtip shoes and 3-piece suits are kind of doing the exact same thing.
Just at a different level, right?
Exactly, and with our money.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Deb, got some news for us?
Yeah, I sure do. The family of Tyree Sampson is gathering 1 year after his death. A judge has sentenced a teen to life in prison for stabbing his classmate more than 100 times. And just how fast did a Florida man drive to get his girlfriend to a Taco Bell job interview?
Oh, man.
Oh, it's tasty.
I'm respecting that already.
It's Florida tasty.
It's almost not enough now.
Until you hear the details, and we'll tell you those and more coming up next during Woke News.
All right, 407-916-1041, Deb's News, and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Make your smart speaker smarter. Hey, Google, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities still working to clear an accident causing delays eastbound on Aloma Avenue, just past I-4, taking up the right lane. Eastbound travel on I-4 still heavy between Osceola Parkway and State Road 536, as well as between 536 and Central Florida Parkway. Westbound busy too between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. The beach line is up to speed and accident-free. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough. built to last. Dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Ruud. Find your Ruud Pro Partner contractor at RuudACFlorida.com. RuudACFlorida.com.
Man, let's get you a brand new bathroom that looks so amazing. Really make your house feel brand new altogether. And I talk to people all the time that's like, hey, is Rebath really that good? Are they really that fast? Do they really offer that many great products? And it's just so easy to tell them yes with a snap. No problem whatsoever. This is a good company that has integrity, and they're run by two really good people. Dave Denbauer and his son Josh have been doing it for years over there, and all they want is for you to have a beautiful bathroom that you can be proud of, and they know how to make that happen with great products like natural stone, travertine, and marble, and great installation as well, and even better installation time. Just 4 to 6 days is all it takes to get your old bathroom out and your new bathroom from Rebath in. And they have great products that you can see every day in their showroom. 436 up in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. And when you go in, you'll see some models set up. Those models are there just to show you what the products look like. Every bathroom at Rebath is a custom bathroom. You work with those guys and their design team, and man, before you know it, you're going to have a gorgeous bathroom you can love every day of your life and finally have those special moments back at your house. Hop online today, check out the before and afters, then book your appointment. Your new bathroom's right there in Altamont at RebathMidFLA.com.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
I'm good at cutting hair, but I never cut my budget too close.
Amscott's installment cash advance from $100 to $1,000 could mean more money and more time to pay it back. And no credit check. Amscott, some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah! Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93-hour free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
In the drawing room, a group of suspects gathered. The detective has solved the mystery.
Ladies and gentlemen, the butler did it.
You'll never catch me. The butler darted to his getaway car. But what he didn't know is this is a Nissan sales event ad.
Wait, what?
And his car is no match for the detective's Nissan Rogue or its standard VC turbo engine. Save on one of your own at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select models. Availability is limited. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months available on new 2023 Altima, Rogue, and Pathfinder when financed through NMAC. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Offer ends 4/3/23.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I'm still mad at timeshare companies. For over a decade, I've been fighting to clean up the timeshare industry by getting folks out of bad timeshares. But after all those battles, I'm still asked, how do they sell timeshares for $25,000 when they're available online for only $1? Here's how they do it. They lie. They tell you timeshares are a great investment. You can go anywhere, anytime, or your maintenance fees will never go up. Everything they do to get you to sign is part of a well-planned trap. If you've ever been held hostage at a timeshare presentation and bought, Wesley Financial Group is here to help. To date, we've canceled timeshares for over 16,000 families. I guarantee you this. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare cancellation guide. 800-366-6161. That's 800-366-6161. 800-366-6161.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Cleaner Systems concert series.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and this is my client, Will.
I saw a car accident. There was another incoming vehicle and hit me pretty good. This was in the middle of the night, and I was able to get a hold of someone. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. So apparently Facebook is still a thing? Search gym members and join our group.
Got me hot.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this gorgeous Friday. I hope you had a great week, man. Hope you have even a much better weekend planned. So much to do out there. God almighty. Taste of Oviedos this weekend. Pints and Paws this weekend in Sanford.
Oh, there's also the antique boat show in Tavares, and my favorite, those aqua cars that can drive on the ground and then go right in the water.
So much stuff.
I've listened to this song so many times, but this time it makes me want to do it like an Italian job.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to
get a Mini Cooper and rob a bank?
Yeah, dude, let's go rob something.
All right, welcome back. I am Jim. Ross is right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole woke on the Jim Colbert Show.
What's wrong?
He's just freaking out today.
He is. He's absolutely losing his mind.
It's because
like a puppy with a new bone.
Dog, I slammed an energy drink.
I know, but I can feel it.
And I can just feel it shooting through my veins.
I love it, yeah.
Woke News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show.
Do it!
The family of Tyree Sampson are remembering the teen's life exactly 1 year after his death at Orlando's Icon Park. The Sampson family stood alongside their attorney, Ben Crump, as they held a balloon release today at the site of the Orlando Freefall ride. It's the same ride where the 14-year-old boy fell to his death while he was here in Orlando on spring break. An investigation found Sampson was not properly secured into his seat because of his size. This week, the final piece of the ride was taken away, which was the contractor's goal, was to have the ride completely gone by this 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
The teen's death sparked a movement in Tallahassee as state lawmakers considered a bill in his name to change the way theme parks and rides are regulated.
Balloons, man, really hitting us with the bookends.
Yeah.
Usually balloons are like a celebratory thing, but I didn't even, I didn't know that they could be like a somber.
Yep.
Life in prison is the sentence for a Northeast Florida teenager who fatally stabbed his middle school classmate more than 100 times. The judge ordered Aiden Fucci to spend the rest of his life behind bars. The now 16-year-old pleaded guilty to the Mother's Day 2021 murder of 13-year-old Tristan Bailey. After hearing 2 days of emotional victim impact statements, the judge called the young cheerleader's murder cold, calculated, heinous, atrocious, and cruel. Because he was 14 at the time of the killing, Fucci was not eligible for the death penalty, but he will be in his 40s before his sentence comes up for review. All right, something we talked about yesterday during Colbert Court, the fact that Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law talked about the need to file many lawsuits, as did many attorneys around the state of Florida
Tens of thousands of them.
Because they knew that there was the imminent passage of a law, and indeed a law shielding businesses and insurance companies from lawsuits is now in effect. Governor Ron DeSantis signed the bill focused on tort reform without holding a public ceremony. He released a statement, though, saying Florida is desperately in need of legal reform that brings us more in line with the rest of the country. However, critics believe the law would hurt people trying to get compensation from companies that have wronged them. The law took effect immediately after the signing. So, again, the law says insurance companies will no longer have to pay a policyholder's legal costs if that policyholder sues the company and wins. The law will also limit how much someone suing for negligence can collect in medical expenses. Elkton Republican State Senator Travis Hudson, this is up in near Jacksonville, sponsored the bill, and he tells the Tampa Bay Times this will stop people from believing they won the jackpot in the litigation lottery.
Do you know what Elkton is? Elkton is a sign. It is. I know exactly where it is. It's a farming, it's not even a town. It is a sign in the road between Hastings, Florida, and St. Augustine, Florida.
Well, someone from Elkton has just changed everything.
Let me just tell you where it is. It's just outside Spuds. That way, if you're looking on the map, you know. Just outside Spuds, Florida.
That's a real place?
That's a real place. There you go. Elkton, Florida.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're the only state with a city called Spuds.
In the meantime, all Florida students may soon be able to get vouchers to attend private schools. The state Senate yesterday passed a bill making all K through 12 students eligible for the vouchers. There are no income restrictions, but those from the poorest families would be first in line for the $8,000 vouchers. The bill now goes to the governor's desk, who has said he plans to sign it. A Florida mother, a Northeast Florida mother, says the new state law has her living a nightmare. She's from the Gainesville area and is one of 4 parents who filed a federal lawsuit yesterday over the state's ban on transgender treatment for children. Now, each of the plaintiffs has a transgender child. The mom claims the ban is unconstitutional and will cause irreparable harm. The woman is referred to as Brenda Boe, B-O-E, instead of Doe.
Got it.
In court documents, and her 14-year-old son is known as Bennett Boe. Brenda says the rule is cruel and discriminatory and puts her in the nightmare position of not being able to help her child when he needs it the most.
Did we replace Doe with Bo?
I don't know if Doe may be for
There's
criminal.
a lot of rhyming going on.
Really
I like it.
It could be for, criminal when you have and undeclared victim of a homicide.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. That's the first time I've ever seen it referred to that way, but I read it on, we'll have to see.
A whole new era.
The father of a Parkland school shooting victim may be facing charges. Manuel Olivar was arrested yesterday in Washington, D.C. after interrupting a House committee hearing on gun rights. Oliver shouted and swore at the Republicans in charge of the hearing. He then left the hearing room but was arrested in the lobby by Capitol Police. Oliver said afterward he doesn't believe he was out of line and he'll continue to represent his son's voice. His son Joaquin was killed in the shooting 5 years ago at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Troubles are just a beginning here. A Central Florida state attorney is facing more criticism from yet another sheriff's office.
Yeah?
Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez highlighted 2 drug trafficking cases in a news conference yesterday. Now, during the briefing, he called out State Attorney Monique Worrell several times for dropping or lowering charges in the cases from last year, saying he believes dozens of people should be in jail. The state claims there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute. Worrell's office says they're looking into the cases, though, after the sheriff's allegations. Of course, this comes after the Orange County sheriff was very upset with her when she wouldn't drop the charges against a 17-year-old suspect in a shooting outside of a Jones High School football game.
Right, yeah.
And she has just announced her plans for re-election.
Yeah, the Jones football game shooting is a real interesting read, though.
Yeah.
There's all the witnesses were really discredited almost immediately. The time frames didn't add up. It was really a shaky a shaky thing from the very onset.
And she herself the very next day said, apologized for her harsh critique of the sheriff's office and said, listen, the preponderance of evidence needed for a criminal arrest is different from a criminal prosecution.
Yes, yes.
But we'll let you know that regardless, that pot is still a-boiling. All right, a Volusia County Police Department is facing setbacks due to staffing shortages, and this is never something residents ever want to hear. But Port Orange Police say they're lowering its patrol unit by 2 officers because it doesn't have enough employees. The police chief says this is going to leave some areas unsupervised,
Right, yeah.
but it won't impact their response to dangerous crimes. The police union president says he's going to bring up concerns and begin a series of budget negotiations with the city today. Port Orange has raised salaries for officers by 7% each of the last 3 years. Hey, speaking of salary increases, Disney World workers celebrating a victory.
That's right.
Walt Disney World and the Services Trade Council Union agreed to a new contract yesterday. The union's 45,000 workers will get raises of at least $3 an hour this year. That's going to raise the starting hourly wage to $18 an hour. By 2026, it'll be $20 an hour. The union's president says members were determined to fight for $18 an hour, and today they won that fight. The union's members will vote Wednesday to ratify the contract. You know anybody traveling this weekend? I know your daughter just left. Thank goodness, not a bit of time soon enough.
Yeah, they flew to D.C. and then they're flying to Denver from there. But they're on the road.
Okay. Oh, they're on the road.
They're not on the road.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
they're in the air.
I mean, we know Jack. He flew.
Jack's in the Carolinas.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. Well, thankfully he
Not to blow up
left
his spot.
today, but people heading to Orlando International Airport this weekend will need to be patient. Officials say tomorrow, Saturday, is expected to be the busiest day of the spring break travel season. They predict more than 170,000 people to pass through security tomorrow.
Wow.
Travelers are asked to arrive 3 hours early.
Wow.
And to check their flights before heading to the airport. And that is really important because the last time we talked about OIA breaking spring break travel records,
Right.
we had listener after listener texting us at 77031 saying they waited at TSA for 2.5 hours, missed their flight to Puerto Rico. Someone else said that they sat there for hours, couldn't believe it. They missed their flight as well. And, so much for showing up 3 hours early, like all the good that did. But the last time we did those numbers, I remember it being like about 95,000 people that had passed through the airport that one day.
Right.
Now they're talking 170,000 people tomorrow alone.
Wow.
So I would just plan to pack a lunch.
I also heard they're going to set the record for backwards hats. No? All right.
Lots.
And bros.
I know those gift
Bro.
shops
Bro.
in the airport are so good because I live here and I still what's over there?
I know. I love those gift stores.
I would like to have the Red Bull kiosk this weekend, though. That'd be nice out there.
Oh, yeah?
I think you could sell a can of Red Bull or two this weekend in the,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
old airport.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. My favorite was always duty free because that was where you could always get like the, the good stuff.
Yeah, the limbo shop. You know, like, we don't know where we are.
Well, believe it or not, SpaceX celebrating its 20th successful mission this year. Guys, it's only March. Slow your roll. The company sent another batch of 56 satellites into low Earth orbit earlier this morning from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Of course, the goal is to use the equipment to provide affordable internet access across the world and wipe out the night sky.
Man, that satellite company is like the Chick-fil-A of electronics. I mean, who could put out that many satellites that fast and have them work every GD time?
It's the illiterate cows.
God almighty, man.
I'm telling you.
This
those
guy-
those
this guy-
cows.
They're just faking being
He's
illiterate.
got a Wonka factory for satellites. He just spitting them out.
Today's launch marked SpaceX's 219th mission overall.
Damn.
Now, in the meantime, NASA is making change to an upcoming mission. The space agency announced yesterday, We're going to postpone the launch of the Boeing Starliner crew flight test. That launch was set for next month, but now it'll take place no earlier than May.
Oh, why?
NASA says this will allow time to assess readiness and complete verification work, and this is why this matters, because this will be Starliner's first crewed mission.
Okay.
Yeah, so they want to make sure that everything is, crossed and dotted. And,
Got it.
Contingency upon contingency.
Gotta make sure the check clears.
Yeah, exactly. All right, speaking of traveling and fun stuff to do this weekend, electronic music fans from more than 100 countries are about to take over downtown Miami's Bayfront Park for this afternoon's start of the 3-day Ultra Music Festival. Now, just like last year, believe it or not, only 15 arrests were made. Miami Police Chief Manny Morales says his department is prepared to keep everyone safe. So far, there have been no credible threats to the event. Ultra Music Festival's Ray Martinez says the event will attract about 165,000 people over 3 days. They say it's about 55,000 they're expecting to pack in each and every day. A Miami Heat game, though, just a few blocks away, is going to compound the traffic in the area tomorrow night. Oh, doesn't that sound like fun?
It's impossible, but if you want a really good time, just Google Ultra Miami images, and
I've done that before.
That's one of the better flip books online. That is a good one.
I think that was where I saw a young woman making out with a tree.
Oh, yeah, and then a dude dressed like a donkey. But like
you're gonna see a lot of ass.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to it, Ross?
I have not been to Ultra, but I've been to some raves.
I think every one of my kids have been.
Really? To Ultra?
Yeah, at different times. I think everyone. I know my son has, and I think my daughter went for at least one day.
Plur, dude.
Yeah.
You know about Plur?
I know about Plur.
What's Plur?
Peace, love, unity, and respect.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why there were only 15 arrests.
Well, it could be, yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about, these, EDM festivals. And as much as I like to poke fun at Plur, you do get to pick up on the vibe of everyone really just
wants to have a good time.
Yeah.
Don't be the dick that ruins it for everybody.
Now, 60, 70, 80% of them on drugs? Absolutely. Does that fuel Plur? Yes.
No, it is the fuel for Plur.
Yeah,
it is.
I think it actually might be Plur. It's Plur juice.
Plur juice.
Yeah, go out and plur your face off.
Now, speaking of South Florida, finally, a South Florida man was pulled over. All right. He was driving 100 miles an hour.
Okay, that's so far.
But hey, he said he was speeding because he needed to get his girlfriend to a job interview at Taco Bell.
Oh, my man overslept, and he knows the implications of that.
Now, arrest records say Javon Jackson Al also had 3 kids in the back seat of his Mercedes when he was pulled over for doing 100 in a 40-mile-an-hour zone.
That's a bit much.
In Palm Springs, which is in Palm Beach County, about 61 miles north of Miami. Police say Jackson was also swerving in and out of traffic and driving on a suspended license.
Yeah, baby. Get in there.
Chef's kiss for you.
Yeah.
And that's for his wife's?
His girlfriend's job interview. He was hustling.
Was she in the car?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah. He was speeding to get her there on time.
And then there's 3 kids in the back seat.
Got them strapped in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man's license is sideways, and he's going a hundo and a 40. All right, so he's got some strikes.
I just think it's like
he's going. He's letting it rip in a 40.
I don't want to call this individual a liar, but it really sounded like the conversation went, "Why were you speeding? Girlfriend's interview."
Yeah. Taco Bell.
Where? Boston Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
What time of day was this?
It didn't say.
Oh yeah.
Broad daylight, I believe.
It's got to be broad daylight for sure.
But you know what speeding really is? It's poor people theme parks. You know what I'm talking about? Like when I was a kid and we didn't have anything to do, my brother would just haul ass on his 4 tours, and it was a lot of fun.
Slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
E-ticket.
We went over a giant hill.
Got it.
Whee! E-ticket, like that. And now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Now, did you know that mortgage guy, Don, does a live radio show every weekend? Yep, every Saturday morning at 9:30 right here on Real Radio 104.1. He answers your questions live on air. But don't worry if you're busy tomorrow morning, because you can listen to the past 170 plus Informative podcasts that pull back the curtain and really explain the real mortgage business to you. And you can find them at thatmortgageguyDon.com or wherever you download podcasts like the free iHeartRadio app. It's peace of mind at your fingertips at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Jamie King with you here in the Fox 35 Storm Center as we approach midday. Just want to freshen up the forecast for you on this Friday here in Central Florida. Looks like about 90 inland today, a little cooler along the beaches, mostly sunny, hotter than it's been. Looks like lows tonight, mid-60s, mostly clear, cool and comfy late, dry overnight with light winds. On our Saturday, a high 91, chance of rain after 2 p.m., 20%, a 10% chance of an afternoon shower on Sunday, a hotter high 93. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Cleaner Systems Concert Series.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Spring Sale.
Hi, I did my spring cleaning, but I still feel I'm missing something.
And don't worry, our spring sale has offers on everything from air purifiers to cabinets, cushion covers to sofas and storage, all to help you start fresh in every part of your space.
A total refresh. I love it.
Don't miss the IKEA Spring Sale. Visit your local IKEA store or go to IKEA-USA.com/offers before 4/10. Offer valid 3/15 to 4/10. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Do you spray wood preservatives, mold remediation products, or sanitize indoors using a hand wand sprayer? Are you a professional who uses a hand pump tank sprayer or backpack sprayer to treat indoor hard surfaces or pre-construction sites? If so, you may qualify for a research study and get paid up to $300. A research study is currently being conducted in the Orlando area to measure exposure to workers when spraying indoors with manually pressurized hand pump or battery-powered sprayers and backpack sprayers. To qualify, you must have a job or have had one in the last 2 years where you use a pump-up tank sprayer or backpack sprayer for indoor mold remediation, wood treatment, or indoor sanitizing. You must be at least 18 years old with a verified government-issued ID, know how to operate a sprayer, and be in good health. This is a one-day study with compensation up to $300 for your time. Study participants are needed. For details and to find out if you qualify, please go to www.researchstudyorlando.com. That's www.researchstudyorlando.com.
This was the last place I checked because I was starting to get fed up with what I was looking at in the local area. This was the last place I stopped.
Meet Daniel, whose engagement ring shopping experience was really frustrating until he found International Diamond Center.
It was immediately comfortable and a pleasant experience as soon as I stepped foot in the door. There was no pressure. It's a very comfortable environment.
IDC's non-commissioned diamond experts took the stress away by teaching Daniel all the inside secrets of the diamond industry.
You just don't get the same kind of quality and attention from the other stores that you get here. It's a very friendly environment and they know their stuff, so other places seem to be cookie cutter.
Daniel ended up with a stunning engagement ring that came in under budget thanks to IDC's no middleman direct importer pricing plus his military discount.
The value was extraordinary.
International Diamond Center with the best selection, highest quality, superior value, and over-the-top customer care.
It's literally the best store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here.
International Diamond Center. The value you want, the selection you need, the service you deserve. Get directions, showroom hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Of course, your favorite station is on the free iHeartRadio app. Take us with you anywhere and listen anytime. Plus, get thousands of other stations and playlists all free. Download our free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
This hour brought to you by Space Coast Jobs Now, coming March 30th.
If you don't know what web goals are, consider yourself lucky. If you feel like helping out, go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us easily at 77031. Numbers only coming up in just a few minutes. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Ross are here as well.
So close. Yeah, you're almost coming, Jack.
I'm going to nail it every time this day, guys.
Okay, good. You just jinxed yourself.
I got 2 hours of practice last night. It sunk in. Did you guys see that Blockbuster's website all of a sudden became live again?
What?
Did you guys see that?
No.
Life finds a way.
It says, it says it's 1999. The buttery aroma of popcorn fills your nose as you walk down each aisle. Remember the experience that was Blockbuster back in the day?
I loved that.
Oh, my God. It
was
great.
a Friday night, you know. I mean, if you weren't going to go out to the movies, going to Blockbuster and picking out what you were going to watch over the weekend and getting some snacks.
It was the greatest.
That was
right?
the deal. That was what you did.
And it's so funny because, Blockbuster was like the Walmart of the mom and pop video stores. And in small towns, Blockbuster wouldn't come in and build a store until there was proof that, there was enough rental business to justify building, and manning and putting the right inventory in the store there. So, our Blockbuster in Palatka didn't come along for quite a while, but we had other just regular old videotapes. For us, it was Aardvark Video. Oh my God. And the reason they named it Aardvark Video, of course, is the 2 A's up front. It was the first search back in the day when you were going to the yellow pages, look for video stores. It's the reason, your AAA plumbing. There's a reason for that, right?
Oh.
So that's why he named it Aardvark Video. And the funny thing is, he was our social studies teacher. and like a baseball coach.
But wait a minute.
But he also had a business. Dude, he had 2 locations in that little town at one point.
Now, did he have the special back room with the curtain?
He couldn't do that. No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, even the rated R stuff, I think, was protected back then. But, man, it was the greatest. That was the greatest. And all those little mom-and-pop video stores, and you could find, like, crazy stuff. Dude, I remember a video store back in the day, and it had a video that said, "Be careful, snuff movie."
That was the title?
No.
Or just
the kind of movie. Like
that was the section.
Like a live death.
Yeah. So Blockbuster, that experience, though, I mean, it sounds silly. I think there's still a market for it, but not enough.
There's no market for a VHS rental place.
No.
I mean,
Not a VHS.
Not even DVDs. I don't think.
But streaming.
But that's the thing. I mean, they have no chance. Do you know that Blockbuster could have bought Netflix for like $50 million?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Like way back in the day.
But all those tech companies, I mean, back in the day, I think Google could have bought Facebook at one point for like no money at all. But yeah, so I guess they have a history of trolling. And making the website live again. It says, and by the way, this time it says when you go to the website, blockbuster.com or whatever, it says, please be patient, we're rewinding your video. But it is live, and people are wondering what they're going to try to do with the Blockbuster brand if they do try to bring it back alive in 2023. How would they do that?
Exactly.
Yeah, and did you guys ever watch the documentary about the last Blockbuster?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't, but the one in Bend, Oregon?
It was great, yeah.
My brother went to that, and he kind of just had such a great time just looking at the back of DVDs, and they're all current modern DVDs. They're still refreshing their DVDs out in that last Blockbuster. And it's usually just a store owner going out to a store and buying the new DVD.
You know, I bet they're probably, honestly, I bet, retro-wise, that may wind up coming back. It may wind up coming back where you go get DVDs or what was the other one?
Because you can play them if you have a gaming system. So even if you don't have a DVD player anymore or a VCR anymore, if you have a gaming system, you can still play the movies.
And you got to remember, there are people who are still super sketchy about streaming stuff, allowing an internet connection to their television and stuff. There are people kind of freaked out about that. And rurally,
I was just about to say the rural issue is probably bigger.
Right. There's a big part of the country that maybe doesn't have internet access that's fast enough to stream a movie to their house. So
might be able to check their email, but being able to video game or watch a movie would be different.
Well, then it became to the point where, the video store kind of thing went away, and then the convenience store started doing it, and of course, Redbox hit.
I hated those. I never liked the Redbox experience of standing what felt like a creepy little free candy box with that flap on the back of your head, smelling car fumes while you've got 3 people deep all tapping their foot waiting for you to just walk up and make your selection. Blockbuster, you could... At least in the store, you can take your time.
We would always stand back there when they make their choices. We'd be like, Rocky 2.
Yeah. Very few things.
Rocky 2.
Very few things that needs me to go behind a flap I'm into.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. The fewer flap injuries you have in life.
Thank
you. If you're not walking into a produce cooler.
Right.
or a seafood cooler.
That's about the only time I'm going to be good with the flap.
The one time I did the flap with the Redbox, I felt like I needed to put a quarter in and look at boobs.
Exactly. That's what you feel like.
Very peep showy.
It's very salacious.
Every time I lift it, I feel like I got to reroute my IP. This feels really not good.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Let's do Embers only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. Love these guys. You will as well, because once you step into any one of these lounges, you're like, I'm home. And you'll just want to set up a bed and live there. They are amazing. Absolutely perfect places to have a wonderful premium cigar and a wonderful premium spirit to go with that. And they are stocked with all of them. It is the spot in Orlando to get great cigars and drinks. 3 locations, of course, over in Tampa, always online at coronacigar.com. Want a great whiskey, want a great bourbon, scotch, maybe a port wine to go with that premium cigar. They can do that for you. Yeah, rum, whatever the case may be. Tequilas. They have it all. And the good thing is their employees do a great job directing you depending on where you are in your cigar smoking life. They can direct you towards some really cool stuff. And if you tell them, hey, I like it a little spicy or I like it mild or strong, man, they've got you covered. And they're not going to look down their nose at you. Wonderful people. Love endorsing these guys. So drop by one of these lounges and grab one of these, because your cigar of the week is one of the most special cigars they offer. It's the Davidoff exclusive Tampa. It's the 2017, and what you get here is an absolutely perfect cigar. There's really no other way to say it. The price is there, so when you're paying this kind of money for a cigar, you are getting a super premium experience. You'll notice the burn is perfect. you'll notice the cigar is not only creamy, but it does have a lot of flavor in there, which is usually not the case. Usually creamy cigars are a little bit more mild. This has a good creamy, spicy flavor, but it is a little bit stronger than medium, and you're going to get a nice kick out of it. You have that beautiful Habano Ecuadorian wrapper, the Mexican San Andres Negro binder, Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers, all aged tobacco, wrapped perfectly. No discounts on these cigars. They're ultimately rare and hard to find, and it is your cigar of the week at $29 a piece. A box is $2.90, but the box itself is even a work of art. It's got the skyline of Tampa on the front, screen printed. Absolutely beautiful, and I know this is one of your favorites as well, Ross.
It is. This is what I smoked for my brother's wedding years ago. This is what I smoked for my wedding. Yep. This is you're having a kid cigar.
Right, it really is. It's so funny. I carried Davidoffs to the golf tournament, and I lit one up during the tournament, and Jeff said, hey, check out my hat, and I said, hat schmat. Jeff Portsmouth's from Corona. I said, I took a bunch of Davidoffs down there, and man, every single day, you can shoot 80 and have a Davidoff, and you feel like you won. So if you want to try one of these, do it. It's a super premium cigar. Again, they're $29 a piece. It is the Davidoff exclusive Tampa 2017, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks, Corona Cigar. We appreciate that. Again, 3 locations to serve you: Heathrow, downtown, Sand Lake, Tampa, and they're always online and will ship at coronacigar.com. Back in a sec with more of The Jim Colbert Show.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio. 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Delays eastbound on I-4 from a crash taking up the left lane just before 417. We're seeing backups to World Drive. More delays, too, from a crash eastbound on the interstate right at 1792 taking up the right lane. Authorities also working to clear a crash north on John Young Parkway at Old Winter Garden Road that's blocking the left lane, causing delays. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough, built to last, dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Rude. Find your Rude Pro Partner contractor at RudeACFlorida.com. RudeACFlorida.com.
Man, it takes 1 second to step outside and realize that summer is just a few weeks away. It'll be hot, hot, hot. That is why you have to have a good AC company on your side here in Central Florida. For me and Ross and hundreds of other Central Floridians, it is Mills Air. They have 30-plus years of experience, and they're ready to help you. And I have to tell you, man, the preventive maintenance plan this time of year is the move to make. That way, when it gets to July and August, when the waits are longer because more people are breaking down, you are going to be all set, and they can do this for you in no time at all. They know all the brands inside and out. It doesn't even matter what kind of AC you have. They can repair it. And if you happen to need a brand new one, they've got you covered there as well. They happen to be Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and certainly turn to the experts over at Mills Air. Let them use that 30-plus years of experience to make sure you're good for this summer. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
The way healthcare works today can be frustrating. So many different doctors to keep track of, different tests, different medications. It's a lot. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care covered by most Medicare plans. Here, your own doctor coordinates all of your care for you, even talking to your specialists and your pharmacist to manage prescriptions. There's a lot more about Village Medical that we think you'll love. When's the last time you said that about healthcare? Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
I'm Katie. I was in a bad car accident. I woke up in the hospital 6 weeks later. My husband called attorney Glenn Klotzman. I met with Glenn. He said he would take care of everything, just keep healing. I feel blessed he was there to help. I'm doing well. I'm so thankful Glenn Klotzman was there for us. The results he got for us were way more than expected. He's more than an attorney. He's a friend. Call him at 407-917-1718. KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
March New Car Madness is at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Our inventory is insanely full of brand new Nissans like Altima, Rogue, Frontier, and more. Buy today and skip your payments for 6 months. But the madness ends soon. Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando today.
With approved credit, interest accrues from time of delivery.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month and discover what it truly means to drive a truck that's built to serve. Ram Truck Month, going on now. And now purchase and get 1.9% financing for 72 months or 10% below MSRP on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn models. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. 1.9% APR financing for 72 months equals $14.71 per month per 1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 4/3/23.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Cleaner Systems concert series.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Rap bustle like an addict with a semi-automatic. Who done had it and he ready for anybody to buck back. Hold on, catch a vibe. Ain't no way in hell we leaving nobody alive. Even suicide, no that. Bobby feeling villainous, he killing us. I'm coming for your man.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Ross are here as well. Who is this?
That is Logic, and it's also Eminem's also on the track.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it new?
No, it's not new. It's called Homicide. Ironically, this is the clean version of Homicide.
It's a love song?
Yeah.
I get it. Turn it up. Man, it just feels like something bad is going to happen any minute now.
Yeah, you like that, right?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to lose the license. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, come
All
on.
right, 407-916-1041. What did I want to talk to you guys about today? Here's one.
You want to talk about your feelings?
Actually, you know what? You shut up. You talk about this all the time, and I want to ask you this because we talk about this with my household, and I know that Deb has this thing too. What in your house? What do you consider clean?
Oh man, nothing on a surface.
Yeah. What do you consider clean? Because it says here that people's house. Do you think that people's houses now are cleaner or dirtier than they were, let's say, 10 years ago?
I'm gonna go with. I think it's dirtier now.
You think they're dirtier now?
Yeah, I'm just going with the trajectory of my own personal life.
What do you think, Deb? Do you think homes across America are cleaner now, or are they dirtier than they used to be?
I will be devil's advocate and say that they are cleaner now.
You think so, huh? Who do you think is right there, Ross? You think you're right, or you think Deb's right?
Obviously, the way you asked that means Ross is right.
Yeah.
Move on.
No. Actually, Ross isn't right. Yeah, houses are cleaner now.
Are they really?
Well, think about it. What do you think?
Because you're not using mops, so you're not using something that would get trap bacteria, washcloths. A lot of our cleaning products are safer.
I think it's because we're working more.
It could be blue lights.
Our endurance is lower.
So it's a combination of things you guys are saying, but it's the opposite of those things. It's not that you're working more; it's that you're working less. You're home more.
Okay.
Therefore, you want your house to be cleaner when you're home, and then COVID. When people were home, and of course, when the COVID things hit, what was the number one thing we all did? We went out and bought everything that had bleach in it, and we hosed everything we owned down in bleach and alcohol. Well, it turns out that those habits, especially for a certain group of people, even when COVID was basically over, those habits of keeping clean were pretty much, solidified in their minds. And now, people just now clean their houses more because COVID was one of those things that kind of taught them how to do it.
I remember during that time, both you and Ross your households would wipe down anything and everything that came into your home.
We were spraying groceries down.
Right.
We were out in our garage spraying groceries down because we didn't know who touched the bags beforehand. That was like the very beginning of
course,
it. Like
yeah.
April of 2020, we were all pretty paranoid about it. That's when we were deciding whether or not we were going to let Ross come in our house.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because he was leaving and going home and then coming back into my house.
That's right.
And he couldn't go upstairs, remember? He only had to stay on the bottom floor.
And little did you know that it was very close of me giving you COVID.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Really close.
Yeah. Because that was also around the time.
That's right, where your friend came over to play cards that one night.
Yeah. I think
one night.
I think I missed you by like 5 hours.
Now, here's the irony of this, though. Do you think people who live in cleaner houses are more healthy, or do you think the opposite? Do you think the more clean your house is, the healthier it is?
I mean, when you word it like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say that you're showing your cards.
Yeah.
It is not healthy to have a clean house.
Well, it's healthy, but does it prepare you for what you're going to encounter out in the environment? And that's I think it could be the problem. Is it's kind of the old, like, just rub some spit in it or put some dirt in it.
So basically, you guys, what happens is this. There's a weird irony that works here
Right.
with this cleanliness thing. You know what really humans base their idea of clean on? Smell. Like if you walk into a house and it's been doused with bleach in a couple places, well, the whole house smells like bleach, and bleach is one of those smells that human beings automatically associate with sterilization and cleanliness, right?
And murder.
And murder, right? Yes,
Exactly.
of course.
I was going to say,
and
that's what I'm going to think.
And the disposing of bodies.
Exactly.
Right.
And not knowing how to do it correctly.
But in reality, you're right. I mean, the more adverse of an environment your body encounters when it comes to microbes and germs and bacteria, the more of a defense system it's able to build up. So theoretically, the houses that are more clean and are wiped clean of microbes that we need to encounter as humans, those make you more susceptible to getting sick. What do you think the number one thing for is getting sick in your house? Like everybody thinks it's why you didn't wipe the toilet down, or maybe you didn't wipe the kitchen counter down. But what are the 1 and 2 things that cause sickness in a household?
I would say the TV remote and doorknobs.
No.
Because it's the two things that everybody touches.
And again, this is the perfect irony of the whole idea of you thinking your house is clean, even after you've spent an entire day wiping everything down. What you've used is cleverly marketed smells that lead you to believe that your house is actually clean. And it probably is clean per se.
Cleaner.
But not clean like you think it's clean. It's not safe per se.
Yeah.
If you think you've doused your house in bleach and it's safer, that's what they're saying is it's not necessarily the case. The number 1 and 2 things that cause you sick in your own home are contaminated food and pets. That's the 1 and 2 thing in your house that gets you sick more than any microbe or dirty toilet or anything like that. It's your pets bringing something in that you contact with, or it's contaminated food that wasn't stored properly or whatever. Those are the 1 and 2 things that get you the sick most in your own home.
It's true. The last time I got sick, it was eggs that I probably shouldn't have cooked.
Yeah, eggs are a bad choice.
Oh, my God.
You're not gonna
That's what led to that thunderclap headache the next day.
Yeah,
Bad eggs?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I have such a fear of, have asked Jimmy. Ask Jimmy if I have had anything for lunch and toward the end of the show, I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
I'm always like, Jimmy,
do you think it's good?
Is this safe? At what point is it not safe? Because he's the cook guy, right? He knows food better than anybody else on the show. So I trust him on that because my best friend in college got food poisoning.
It's the worst.
And her telling me her experience, like the hallucinations.
I got it really bad. I did not get the hallucinations.
Oh, she did.
But
And ended up going into a closet thinking it was a bathroom.
It's bad though, man. I guess you get so dehydrated. But
comes out of both ends.
But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like you don't want that summer mayo.
No.
Question. So I ordered food to go. One of the sides, not the cafe right next to us,
okay,
but one of the sides in this little to-go plate was mac salad.
Yeah, macaroni salad.
Macaroni salad.
That's right.
All right. But it's served cold. I got it to go in a hot lunch box,
Right,
essentially.
Yeah.
I brought it home. I ate it all, and I started feeling a little wonky. And I was thinking maybe the mac salad with the mayonnaise just getting heated up for like 20 minutes was enough.
20 minutes may not be enough, but you definitely don't want that stuff at room temperature very long. You really don't. I mean, that because mayo is eggs, and eggs is no good.
Yeah, I can tell you all about that.
Yeah.
More mac salad, whack.
Yeah.
It becomes whack salad.
I wanted to tell you, how you were saying that exposure to microbes. Well, now a lot of doctors, who deal with kids with peanut allergies, the idea was to keep every bit of nut and nut dust away from these adults and children that suffer from peanut allergies. But now the thinking is exposing them to it in micro doses at a time so that you allow their body to build up an ability to withstand the allergens, and then they can, someday be around peanuts without it actually becoming a life-threatening situation.
So isn't it the same thing with a lot of in the Asian culture, because lactose or milk isn't a real common thing, that a lot of Asian children don't get milk early enough, and there's a specific time of your body that your body develops that lactose tolerance thing. And it does that by having milk at an early age. And if you don't get it past a certain age, you'll get that lactose intolerance thing.
Yeah, probably.
Same kind of thing.
But the idea before is now like, rather than, keeping them away from it, expose them to it, but in small enough doses that their body can handle it, build up enough of a response to it so that if they're at a birthday party and someone has a peanut cookie, your child isn't going to end up in anaphylactic shock and in the hospital or worse, dead.
Like has a shot at least, right?
Exactly.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but there was I guess most of our audience was probably like this. We had a severe you do not waste food scenario in our house.
Yeah, they would always bring up like other countries.
Yeah. There's no dropping food on the ground and that's got to be thrown away. That did not exist in my house. So, we ate a lot of stuff that had been, sitting around for a minute and nothing went to waste. So, my body was tuned and ready to go for a lot of really dirty toilet handles from a really young age. I mean, we didn't shy away from anything.
No, we didn't either. We didn't either. I mean,
we had that luxury.
We didn't have to, my mom made sure we took a bath every day, but we went and played in the dirt and asked my mom do you remember those old semi trucks that boys would have as toys where the back doors actually open?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's where my brother and I used to collect toads and then try and bring them in the house because it was going to be cold outside.
God, mud puddles that was like the greatest thing that could happen.
See,
digging up clay.
Your version of like filth for the benefit is not my version of filth for benefit.
What is that?
My version is I once wore pants 4 months in a row.
Oh, man. As an adult?
Wait, hold on. It helps you guys are saying it's made you stronger. You guys did disgusting stuff.
As an adult, though?
No, I was in middle school, but it was 4 straight months. That's 120 days, I think.
Buddy, and that's middle school,
That's
Jeans.
middle school, bud.
There's all kinds of stuff happening in that.
Yeah,
you're learning about yourself in middle school, buddy.
Oh, dude, just wait till you see Big Mouth.
But I'm right there with you. All right, it made me a stronger person. The same way Dad collected toads from some poop lake or whatever.
It wasn't a poop lake.
Or a poop truck.
No, it wasn't a poop truck. That's just where we put the bed of grass and the toads.
It didn't get better.
To keep them warm.
Look at us, all three of us, same
Not
exact
knowing
thing.
that they were cold-blooded creatures.
Our our immunities are strong because of our filthiness.
I'm a big believer in that, though, when it comes to children. Like my nephews, let them play, let them get a scrape,
let them wear 4-month pants,
lick a toilet, use somebody else's fork in a restaurant you've never met. I mean, all those things. Yeah, we were all about that.
Lick
all
those
about
toads,
it.
absolutely.
We just were like, our kids are not getting sick. Eat it.
My pants were corduroys, and I wore them.
No,
bro, I'm rocking cords today, player.
Yeah, bring it back.
Are those corduroys?
Oh yeah, they're cords, all right.
Would you wear them for 4 months?
I know I wouldn't wear them for 4. I wouldn't wear anything for 4 months.
Yeah, I did it.
Unbelievable.
And then the corduroys, the little
ridges.
The ridges, they were like rubbing off. Some of them had rubbed away.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I hated corduroys. It always felt like a fire was about to start.
These are super comfy.
And you can hear.
Oh yeah. Mine aren't that tight.
Yeah, the inside of
skinny.
And they were purple. They were purple corduroys.
Oh, that's a nice look there, man.
Yeah.
That is a good look.
And the only reason why it stopped,
the
the only reason why it stopped is because my friend like threw a pizza at me and it hit me in the pants. Which is, I got pizza pants.
I feel like that doesn't ruin them though, right?
But a bunch of
purple corduroy,
but a bunch of sauce got all over a pant leg, and then I rocked them for another 4 days, and I think my pants got moldy.
Damn, dude, you're disgusting.
But I'm stronger. I'm like you guys.
407-916-1041.
You did not.
Yeah, it helped my immunity. I'm right there with you.
You did not wear moldy pizza sauce pants for 4 days after.
No, I rocked them for one moldy day. It took 4 days, and then like whatever was on my pants, like.
Yeah, here's the thing. I believe all of it. I mean, you don't really need to explain it. I mean, I get it, and I buy it. I think you did that.
So, what was the filthy thing that you did as a kid that helps your, immunity?
Buddy, we just would eat. I mean, we didn't really go out of our way to be super fancy about what we ate and where we ate it. We just, so.
Look at us. We're all the same.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. It doesn't feel the same. I'm going to be honest with you.
A 4-month pants, you guys eat something past an expired date. We're stronger for it, baby.
All right, back in a sec.
He scares me.
Facebook, more than a place to remind you of birthdays. Find us and like us. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
We're looking at a stop-and-go ride due to a crash heading south on the turnpike between 417 and Osceola Parkway that's taken up 2 lanes of traffic. Eastbound travel on I-4 still very heavy from a crash taking up the right lane at 1792. Heavy delays westbound on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and State Road 535, as well as between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough, built to last, dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Rude. Find your Rude Pro Partner contractor at RudeACFlorida.com. RuudACFlorida.com.
Man, here in Central Florida, utility companies raised the rate 3 times last year, and they've already done it another time, and it could be more. But you can stop going along with these rate increases and go solar with Solar Bear. Solar Bear happens to be the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state. Plus, they are locally owned and operated, which means no subcontractors. All you have to do is visit solarbear.com today and get that free estimate. See what they can do for you. And check it out right now. You can also get 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
Divorce? Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Cleaner Systems concert series.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we got Jose $210,000.
I had an accident where I was rear-ended. They tried to lowball me, and DeWitt, they stepped up and went after them and won. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
No girl wants to have a plain ring or something that she sees on all of her other friends' hand.
Meet Kelly Todd at International Diamond Center.
The ability to find a ring that is a reflection of her style, it makes a big difference.
And at IDC, that's easy. With diamonds in every shape and every size in stock, and literally thousands of designer rings. The possibilities are endless.
Whether it's a oval solitaire with stackable bands, a rose gold mounting with a square diamond in it, and a white gold stackable band with it, being able to identify with their look where they have their own style, I think is very important.
So don't make her compromise. Whatever your budget, IDC has the ability to help you create that one-of-a-kind ring.
We cater to clients with a $1,500 budget. We cater to clients with a $2.3 million budget.
And with non-commissioned experts who listen and guide you every step of the way, it's easy to create the ring of her dreams at IDC.
It's not a selling environment at all.
International Diamond Center, 4 convenient Orlando locations.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-857-5656. That's 800-857-5656.
In the drawing room, a group of suspects gathered. The detective has solved the mystery.
Ladies and gentlemen, the butler did it. You'll never catch me.
The butler darted to his getaway car. But what he didn't know is this is a Nissan sales event ad.
Wait, what?
And his car is no match for the detective's Nissan Rogue or its standard VC turbo engine. Save on one of your own at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select models. Availability is limited. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 36 months available on new 2023 Altima Rogue and Pathfinder when financed through NMAC. Must take delivery from new dealer stock. 36 months financing at $27.78 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Offer ends 4/3/23.
And now for today's Roblox winter weather alert. iHeartland on Roblox has been walloped by a winter snowstorm. It is a winter wonderland. You can now ice skate at State Farm Park. In State Farm Neighborhood, you can compete in snowball fights, grab a hot cocoa and cookies, and more. There's also special events from your favorite artists and podcasters all month, along with scavenger hunts, exclusive content, and unique items. So enjoy the festive winter weather at iHeartland on Roblox. Head to iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Are you offended yet? Obviously, we're only kidding. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, broadcasting from this gorgeous Maitland studio here in Central Florida. It's absolutely wonderful outside. Ross and I were downstairs a little earlier as I was smoking one of those beautiful Davidoffs, which is our cigar of the week, and just enjoying that nice breeze. Absolutely wonderful out there. Hope you're having a good Friday.
It's sexy outside.
Yeah. Hey, what's it? Oh, real quick. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Ross are here as well. Just real quick, I'm going to address the Amy Drew Thompson thing. Amy Drew has... her schedule is brutal. That's really what's happening here. And for the last few weeks, we've been trying to work out a way where she can produce the segment, have it be good and up to her standards. She's a complete perfectionist, and still be able to get her other duties done on time. There is a lot required of her. She is one of the premier voices of the culinary world here in Central Florida, but there are other responsibilities she has as well that make it very, very difficult for her to be on the air at the same time every week. We have floated the idea of maybe even recording the segment so that we can play it, but we are diligently working on getting her back on the program in a capacity that she is able to provide the product that she wants to provide, and that we can also accompany her schedule, because she's such a wonderful person, and we don't want to put any more pressure on her so that she can do her actual job. She does this as a favor for us.
Right. Yeah.
So we are really working with her, and hopefully we can have her back, or at least figure out what we're going to do by next week. But we really are hoping to have her back. But anyway, that's what's going on with Amy Drew. I know she hasn't been on for a little bit, and we have been trying to work that out. So hopefully we can get that done sooner than later. But the segment usually brought to you by our friends over at Ace Hardware. We love these guys. Of course, you know our relationship with Tools is great. We have the Big Green or the Search Your Ace Off hunt coming up here soon. Actually, next weekend, I believe, is when it starts.
Really?
Yeah, it's April 1st is next weekend.
Yeah, well, you haven't talked anything about this fabulous cipher that you're going to write that GPT or Chat GPT could never possibly do a better job than you.
I just told Ross today when we were downstairs having our smoke that I just isolated the area. What I do is I make a list of areas that I think are considered, right? Then I do a Google Earth search to find out if there's a space where I can hide it that isn't a private property. And that's a really hard thing to do, believe it or not. Right? I mean, and you take chances, even with the caboose in downtown Winter Garden, that's not my property.
Right.
And, and I hid something on somebody else's property, so I have to be really careful about what I do. And we can't have people trespassing or loitering or doing something they're not supposed to be doing while looking for it. No, I said trespassing. I said trespasser.
Yeah, a little bit more like that.
Okay, anyway. So I finally isolated the place where I'm going to put it.
Nice.
I know exactly where it is. And now I have to create the cipher. And that was just decided last night, by the way. I just figured it out last night. And actually I had to rule out 3 other spots to wind up where I was. So we'll have that buried. We'll have that cipher written for you. We'll start that next week for sure. But our good friends over at Tools Ace Hardware always provide us with a large, big green egg.
Oh, yeah.
And a wonderful package that we give away for this. And they're just it could not be a better partner than those guys. And, of course, we always love them. If you want to get the best grill you can get or some of that wonderful Polywood outdoor furniture that doesn't fade or crack or any of the other things like Uni, pizza ovens.
You have one.
It's Tools Ace Hardware, and online it's toolsacehardware.com. 12 locations here in Central Florida. They can take great care of you. There you go. And we'll give you more information on Amy Drew as we move toward next week.
Now, we may not have Amy Drew, but I do have a legit food question for both of you.
Okay.
All right. All 3 of us like a good cheeseburger.
We do love a great cheeseburger. Oh, and by the way, there's cheeseburger news, so I have that for you too.
All right. Okay, look at that. I'm not talking about the best cheeseburger. That's not my question. My question is...
It's an odd way to start a... Okay.
What are your favorite little, burger remixes? Example, a pretzel bun. Another example.
That's a good one, yeah.
Blue cheese.
So that's my...
what are your... There's a cheeseburger, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle.
Good old American cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
It has all the colors. You know that color scheme.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. I'll lead it off. You ready? Here's one thing I don't do anymore. I don't do double burgers anymore.
I'm done with double burgers.
No double patty burgers anymore for Jim. It's too much and it ruins the experience.
It's a poor meat to everything else ratio.
Absolutely. The balance is unreal and it doesn't really give you a good burger eat because you can't get your mouth around all the fillings and everything. And you wind up with a big old mouthful of meat. And although that's not bad, it just doesn't really give you the entire burger experience.
Nice.
I do like the blackened burger with the blue cheese on top. That's a damn good time.
All right.
And some smoky, crispy bacon doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, bacon, but it has to be crispy.
I'll tell you another one. You ready?
All right,
I'm a fried egg fan.
Fried egg on a burger.
Here's one for you.
You've gotten drunk before.
Good burger with a good crisp on it.
Oh, yeah.
Melted brie.
Melted brie.
Arugula.
All right.
And then some jam along with whatever other company. It's like some peach jam or raspberry jam like that. So you get that sweet, savory, peppery from the arugula, that funky cheese from the brie. Freaking delicious.
I don't jam on it.
You're getting sweet and peppery from arugula?
Yeah, no. Sweet from the jam. Arugula is peppery. Like when you taste arugula, it tastes like black pepper. So you get that beautiful balance of all those great flavors. And then a patty can only be so thick, too. You don't need a big, fat, thick patty.
One of the restaurants that I enjoy a lot, they have a burger on there. Saw what's on the burger. It was like Doritos, and at first
I saw that today.
And when I saw Doritos, I was like, "There's no way this is going to be that good." But I'm going to try it because I'm adventurous.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Because what I didn't know that it had a bacon aioli and a bacon jam.
Okay, there's a lot of bacon stuff,
but light, like not a ton of
just
bacon.
A hint.
Wonderful.
Really?
Wonderful.
I'll tell you one I'm out on.
It's called the Nacho Burger.
Right. By the way, it's Graffiti Junction is closing down their College Park location.
Really?
Yeah, I just read that today. Graffiti Junction, if I remember right, was like the first craft burger place in Orlando that tried to franchise out. I think Johnny's other place is probably one of the OG burger joints in Orlando where you could go there. And I think that was the only place they had, and they were kind of known for that for a while. But when Graffiti Junction came along, it started that kind of small trend of craft burger places. You're paying like $16 for a burger, but all the beef was super high quality beef. The toppings were great, and there for a while it was pretty cool. But anything with barbecue sauce is a no-no for me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like when you get the smoked cheddar and then barbecue sauce and the onion rings. Barbecue sauce. I have a love-hate relationship with barbecue sauce. It's so overpowering that you really have to use it sparingly to get the maximum idea of the flavor, because it'll steamroll anything you put on it.
Yeah.
That's why I really don't trust barbecue restaurants that pre-sauce their pork. I don't like that. I think that's cheat. I think that's cheating, because the idea of smoking a pork butt and getting it right and really using good technique to maintain that beautiful, juicy, pork that you get, when you smother it in barbecue sauce, you ruin all that technique it took you to cook the meat right. Like, why would you do that? Provide that on the side or something.
Somebody, or actually a couple of people, have been texting at 77031 about peanut butter on a burger. Now, at first I would have thought that was disgusting, but one of the dishes I used to make was called groundnut stew. My ex-husband had taught me to make it. It's a West African dish. He learned it when he lived in Gambia. And it's basically...
What a description.
I love that.
It's basically beef stew, green peppers, carrots, and it's like a spicy beef stew, but the base is a peanut. And I never would have thought peanut butter and beef.
That's a super Thai thing, right? So peanut butter
Thai's another.
And savory dishes like that is great. So this burger place that we go to as well has a peanut butter and jelly burger. So it's a burger patty and then basically a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the burger in the middle is what it is. And it is damn good. Again,
that's a Jack burger.
When you start mixing the sweet and savory thing with the savory, beef fat is absolutely wonderful, man.
Which is why butter goes with it so well.
I know a burger that has
the Swiss mushroom and
Swiss mushroom. That's a 1-2 punch out for me. I love it.
You almost feel like you should eat that with a fork and knife.
And then it's got those crispy onion, like fake onion strings.
Oh yeah, no. If you do those right, that's the best thing in the world on a burger.
Yeah, they're delicious.
If you make those onion strings live, oh god,
very, very good.
You mean they're better than the ones that come out of the can for Thanksgiving?
Believe it or not, if you put those on if you put those durkey onions, I'll give you a little heads up on that. If you put them on a baking tray and then your oven at like maybe 350 for a couple minutes until they start kind of turning a little bit more brown, those things are, man.
Really?
Oh yeah, because it's saturated fat they're fried. So when they put them in the can, that fat saturates, right? So it's still crispy, but if you put them on a baking sheet and heat them up a little bit, it reanimates that fat and kind of gets a little bit more level of crisp, and it brings that onion back to life, and it's freaking awesome. We do it for salads and stuff. And then stack them on burgers or steaks.
350, you said?
Yeah, and you don't need
just
to
a few minutes.
If you want to keep your eye on them, because that stuff will start sweating pretty quickly, and then it'll brown really fast, and they get crunchier. So when you put them on like your burger or like just on top of a steak, just for some texture,
or a salad,
freaking delicious.
There's one of my favorite burgers. It's got blue cheese and then in-house potato chips, balsamic reduction arugula.
Oh man,
that's on a pretzel bun as well.
See, any of the burgers some of the burgers with truffle fries or truffle parm fries, guys, it's just almost too much. It's too much.
I'm not.
Yeah, truffle oil, when you want to fake that you have money.
Right. God, you got me all hungry now.
Yeah, right? I love banana peppers. Don't like them on a burger.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't, nothing vinegary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want pickled onions or anything like that on my burger either.
But what about balsamic reduction?
No balsamic. I'm out on that.
Yeah, give it to me.
No.
Yeah, come on.
Somebody said just a jalapeno cream cheeseburger.
Oh, so you had meat cream cheese.
So I'm guessing you take that cream cheese and mix it up with chopped up jalapenos and you spread it on your burger like it's a mayo or something. Dude, I'll wreck a damn burger right now. I would mouth assault a burger right now.
You are the biggest food person in my life, and it's not even close. Like, I can see your William Wallace passion when we talk about food.
But I'm cooking on my egg this Sunday, and I started thinking about it yesterday. And I don't even know what yet. I just told everybody I'm firing up the uni this weekend and the egg. And I may use what I cook on the egg for my pizzas on the uni.
There's no rules,
there you
Jim.
go. Be sassy.
And I've got to make. I'm making 2-day pizza dough. Like I'm making real deal pizza dough, like with 00 flour and all that stuff. Where it's perfect.
Is this not the happiest you've seen him in 2 years?
Yeah.
Just
guys,
him
I'm just
talking
telling you.
about food. Look, you're smiling. You can't. You're giggling.
See, this cooking for Jimmy is
weird.
your video projects or stand up. It's
I
my
love it.
miniature projects. It's
I cooked an entire pot of chili before work the other day, just so that we wouldn't have to cook it at night. Just at 9 o'clock in the morning, chopping onions and peppers and stuff to make chili. Like
God bless you.
on a Wednesday. Just love it so much. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I was going to ask you guys right before we got into that. It's so funny. I said, have a great week. What constitutes a good week for you guys? Like, I know here on the show, I can kind of get an idea from, but your entire week, factoring in everything during your day, what constitutes a good week for you?
God, man, that is what a simple question for a complex answer.
Well, and the funny thing is for me, it's interesting because I have this weird fascination with things happening on schedule. So for me, I have a certain kind of, and I'm not OCD, I'm not, but I do love things to happen in a certain order but only certain things. Like
so you're OCD light.
Yeah, I'm OCD light.
Okay.
Deb. I'm OCD light. So like if
you're OCD,
if all my mornings go exactly the same, like I wake up at 5, I get my coffee, I pull the show, I get my wife her coffee at 7. She leaves on work at the exact same time. I come to work at the exact same time. I do the show. I get home in the exact same time. I go home to dinner. Like that constitutes a great week. Is everything like going to schedule is awesome. I don't even care if there's a couple breakdowns for the most part because you have to expect that in life. But that week, just kind of going at least 80% by schedule is perfect.
You do, but one of those days gets a skirt, and yeah, you'll feel it and talk about it. But I'm the same way. Being able to get home at a decent time, like this week, Chris and I have been shopping for a new bed.
Oh, you haven't done that yet?
Oh no, we did. It gets delivered tomorrow, but. We had to do that after work. So Tuesday night, my God, it's like buying a car.
It's like $2,000.
It's literally like buying a car.
Well, it's not like buying my car.
But word up to Brittany at Mattress Firm in Eustis.
Good for you, Britt.
Yeah, she did a really good job. So that meant getting home close to 9 Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Then I go to Publix Wednesday. By the time I get home, reload with everything, it's almost 9.
Right.
Those days frustrate me.
And we have we have pretty easy schedules compared because we don't have kids to deal with or anything like that. Like I'm past that in my life. Like my life is a joke now compared to what it used to be even just 8 years ago.
Buckle up, Ross.
Oh yeah. What's yours like, buddy? Perfect week. Like how's it have to go for you to like get to Friday and go, you know what? That was a damn good week. Oh, by the way, being productive also.
I was just about to say that's Ross's number one, I'll bet.
Like getting a couple things done really matters.
Because I have good weeks for my soul and then I have good weeks for like my future. Good weeks for my soul, I'm chilling. I'm stress-free. I'm not really doing a whole bunch and I'm trying my best for it to not bother me. But a good week, if I were to, I put this down in my journal like a month ago, describing my perfect day and my perfect week that would bring me the most happiness. And I strongly suggest to anyone and everyone to do that.
Is that a gratitude journal?
It's not necessarily a gratitude.
Sounds a lot like a gratitude journal.
It's a goal journal, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just writing down what is your perfect day really helped me out in, pursuing that perfect day, that perfect week. First things first, perfect week, I ran 3 times.
All right, nice.
So there's
like a couple miles or something?
Yeah.
Some exercise.
Yeah, some exercise 3 days out of that week. It doesn't have to be super hard, but some physical something.
Deb feels exactly. So far, you guys are dead parallel.
Yeah, twins. Another thing that considers, and I hate this, but man, welcome to entertainment in 2023. But one thing that would also be part of a perfect week is having some sort of online content doing work.
Yeah, doing well. Right.
Yeah. And right now, I'm having a good week. Because there's one, stand-up clip. I wouldn't call it viral, but people are still watching it, and I posted it a while ago.
Good.
Great. A part of the perfect week is at least one date night or at least hanging out and spending some money from the fruits of your labor with your lady.
Had that last night.
Yeah.
Went out with my wife last night. Or was it the night before? No, last night. We went out to dinner last night. Yep.
And also, I gotta have some video games in there for that perfect week. I really do. For a perfect week, whether it's an hour at night, just something that's so solo dolo by myself. Be selfish for 1 hour out of that perfect day.
That perfect week?
It would be where everything is smooth sailing at home.
Right.
You know?
Same here. No stress, no drama.
Exactly. No stress, no drama with family or being at home. Like you, Jimmy, you know, or like you, Ross, when you start thinking about a project, I get into total obsessive mode. So having something to look forward to, a new skill to learn. Date night with Chris.
Nice.
You know,
what are you guys doing on date nights?
we go to dinner. Yeah, we went out for Mexican a couple of weeks ago, and then went and
hammer back a pitcher or two of super strong margaritas. And then do it in the public.
But then met a Mount Dora police officer, Barry, whom I love, and learned that his nickname is the Boston Dangler. So if you know Barry there in Mount Dora.
Well, you just blew up his spot.
Oh, Barry, I love you. But you're the Boston Dangler.
All right, 407-916-1041. Is that a good nickname?
Yeah, no.
That's a great nickname. I love it.
Just bring him to a school and see if he's allowed in.
Yeah, he's not.
Don't even mention that.
Officer Dangler?
Officer Dangler.
We have a situation in class 303. Somebody get Dangler.
And make him bring his cuffs.
All right, 407-916-1041. What's your perfect week that I would love to hear from? And I bet most people are probably the same way. They're like, look, man, I just don't want any drama.
Exactly.
Just let me get to and from work 5 days successfully so I can get loose with my old lady this weekend.
Exactly.
Or my old man or whatever the case may be.
Just get me home safe at the end of the day.
407-916-1041. We'll take your calls next.
Dangler.
In a world of ever-changing algorithms, you can still find us here. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Jamie King with you here in the Fox 35 Storm Center as we approach midday. Just want to freshen up the forecast for you on this Friday here in Central Florida. Looks like about 90 inland today, a little cooler along the beaches. Mostly sunny, hotter than it's been. Looks like lows tonight, mid-60s, mostly clear, cool and comfy late. Dry overnight with light winds. On our Saturday, a high 91. Chance of rain after 2 p.m., 20%. A 10% chance of an afternoon shower on Sunday. A hotter high 93. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
2023 is all going on right now, but you still have plenty of time to fulfill that New Year's resolution of finally get your vision corrected with the leader in vision correction. Of course, we're talking about the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply text 1041 to the number 868686 and schedule your consultation today. Find out what these guys can do for you. What they can do is change your life overnight. That's exactly what they did with my son and my father-in-law's vision as they were both failing. Dr. Filatowski comes to the rescue and knocks it completely out of the park with crystal clear vision virtually the next day. And I'm not joking about that. It's not an exaggeration. They use the latest state-of-the-art equipment, and their surgeons have completed over 65,000 LASIK procedures. What I'm saying is you are in great hands. Your vision is going to be awesome. Change your outlook forever. Simply text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute today.
Spring into a new Mazda at Daytona Mazda with over 200 new Mazdas to choose from. Check out the new 2023 Mazda CX-5 or CX-9 today. And with rates as low as 0%, there's never been a better time to get into a new Mazda with our complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty. Daytona Mazda is prepared to make the car buying process as streamlined as possible. Out of respect for your valuable time, stop on by Daytona Mazda at the Daytona Auto Mall today at I-95 and LPGA or shop online at DaytonaMazda.com.
We're more than truck drivers. We're road pros.
Yep. Want to know the best way to get somewhere? Ask a truck driver. We know where the pavement is smooth and the stop signs are few and far between.
We also know where the best donuts are and where to find the fuel that helps keep our engines cleaner.
Using Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps us get better mileage.
They provide quick ways to pay so you can get back on the road. They're dependable like that.
Pros like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com compared to diesel without detergent additives.
Results may vary.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Spring Sale.
Hi, I did my spring cleaning, but I still feel I'm missing something.
And don't worry, our Spring Sale has offers on everything from air purifiers to cabinets, cushion covers to sofas and storage, all to help you start fresh in every part of your space.
A total refresh. I love it.
Don't miss the IKEA Spring Sale. Visit your local IKEA store or go to ikea-usa.com/offers before 4/10. Offer valid 3/15 to 4/10. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Your spark is all you need. And let's be real, you don't have time for smoke and mirrors anyway. So ditch all the pretentiousness and the lighter it rode in on with Blue. Blue e-cigs are available in a variety of satisfying flavors and nicotine strengths. Even better, it's odorless. When you're living unlit, you're comfortable being your true you. And no one will mistake ashtray for your signature scent. Blue. Get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Font Molding 4BB. Copyright 2022. Fontum US LLC.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Let's get it. Hop off a 16 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge. Get coat seats, they some cannibals.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Oh, who this be?
That's Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
I mean, not his name isn't Rest in Peace. It's Takeoff.
Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Ross.
It's true.
Jacob will join us next week. He's taking a little vacation up seeing the boss yet again.
He saw the boss for iHeart yesterday, and now he's seeing the boss.
Yeah. Going to see
tomorrow.
Springsteen yet again. I don't get that.
I don't think I could either.
I don't get it. I don't get the whole going to see the act you just saw and just spending all that money. I do not understand it.
Well, you know, we in about 15 minutes, we're going to be talking to Candace Rich, who does the same thing, traveling to see Michael Bublé.
And I don't get that either. I mean, I get loving a band, but I mean, spending all that money. I mean, it's expensive.
It is expensive, but
God bless him.
I worked with a woman who traveled the country and would drop everything for
King Gizzard
Barry
and the
Manilow.
Lizard Wizard.
How did you know?
Because there's a weird thing with women who would do that. There was a while where there was a group of women, like soap opera women is what we used to call them, and they were fascinated with Barry Manilow, and they would travel all over the U.S. and see Barry Manilow.
You're right. She was Barry Manilow. I could never for the life of me figure that one out.
Yeah, 100%. It's weird, but I mean, I think the Bublé thing is kind of the same thing. It's just that they're
he's so cute though.
Yeah, and they're crooners. He's got that voice.
Yeah, he's got exactly. Like I'd follow Sting.
All right,
just like me.
Yeah, 407-916-1041. Pepe called to tell us about his week. He's the only one, so we're going to take his call and then we'll move on.
All right, fine.
Pe, how you doing, buddy? Good. Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. What makes a perfect week for you, buddy?
Well, actually, I was calling. I missed most of the beginning of the segment, but I was going to mention a method that me and my girlfriend have been working on to plan a perfect week. So what we've been doing is taking popsicle sticks, and we've broken them into separate categories of like dinner nights, date nights, or day trips. And then, midway through the week, we pick one out.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's
kind of like a secret envelope type thing,
That's actually kind of a good idea. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I'll probably wind up stealing that from you. I haven't gotten to the thing where we need clever stuff. We're kind of on the same wavelength. I'll tell you, so many times I've been on my way home on like a Wednesday, and we will have both had trying days or whatever, and we do the HelloFresh thing. So usually our normal thing is we go out one day a week, and then we eat HelloFresh the remainder of the days, and then do the same thing on the weekend. So we do one date on the week, one date on the weekend, and sometimes not even on the weekend. But she'll text me and go, meet me somewhere now. And I'm like, oh, my girl wants to throw back some damn gin. Had a tough day. We bearded up last night.
Would you say that gin drinkers are the most judged?
Yes, but gin is a good drink, but I think it's the least of all the liquors that gets consumed. And when you see somebody drink a gin drink, either they're in it, or I think there's a little something to gin drinkers. I would say the same thing with tequila. I'd say when you see somebody order just a snifter of tequila to sip rather than just a shot, that says something about somebody. I mean, you don't see that very often, right?
No,
you don't.
Oh, I'm a fan.
But I love a good Bombay Sapphire.
Oh,
that juniper berry in there,
I
a
love
good
it.
tonic.
I'm telling you, man, they're dangerous to me though, because when you start drinking gin, tonic, and a little bit of lemon in there, I mean, it's like lemonade. They just go down so fast because that tonic water's got that perfect sweetness, and it just goes down so fast. It's like mojitos. You start drinking mojitos, and you're like, oh man, these are good. The next thing you know, you're arrested.
That's that Brazilian drink I was talking about, the caipirinha. Next time you're at Fogo de Chão, get one of those.
Okay.
It's like a limeade, and it goes down like a summer day. You think, I'm just drinking a lemonade. This is great.
Oh, it's so refreshing. Next thing you know, you're fighting a lion.
I don't do gin. Yeah, I bite. I bite on gin.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
See, that for me, that's Jaeger.
Like when I'm sober, I have standards. On gin, I'll punch you in the nuts. I'll throw sand in your eyes.
It makes you aggressive? What, you turn into a 70s wrestler?
It's just when I drink gin, it's like no rules,
Really?
But I'll cheat in golf.
Wow,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. On gin, I'm a whole different person. I'm a monster.
But tequila has no effect like that on you. You just start crying and laughing?
No, tequila makes me just like...
horny.
Yeah,
super horny.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. It works.
Yeah, Jaeger does that for me. Jaeger is the no-no drug for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not good.
You should bring back Jaeger Jim.
You know what I call Jaeger? Jaeger's divorce oil.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's what that is. That's what you put in your divorce when you want it to run better. It's some Jaeger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, got a divorce? You need it to run better? Try 9 shots of this. Oh, it'll speed it right up.
Oh, 9 shots of anything, my friend.
That is just nothing but fight fuel there, man.
Fight fuel.
It's one or the other. It's one of the Fs. When you're on Jaeger, and it's one shot apart. The thing with Jaeger, you don't know when the one other F is coming into play.
It's either
because you could be doing one F, and then the other F is coming into play.
Yeah.
And the first F could be fighting.
And then when you drink Jaeger and gin, you cross the streams, you're fighting and a F-ing.
Yourself.
Nothing wrong. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that changed everything.
You said nothing wrong with that?
I know,
but I didn't say that.
Did I say that?
Yeah, well, you got cut off. You were about to say that.
I know brown liquor problems for this one.
Yeah.
That one over there on my left's got brown liquor problem, don't you?
Yeah, my best friend.
Yeah. I know an Allium Outdoor that says yes. Says you do. When you and the mayor have to drag each other home like lost dogs every Saturday
Oh, just
night.
wait. She just bought a house close. She's going to be my neighbor now.
God
We'll have
almighty.
to have the dangler over.
My best friend is.
Wait a minute. Your neighbor?
No, my best friend.
Oh, your best friend.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I thought for a second I heard your neighbor.
Yeah, that brown drink has that's a bad thing for a lot of people. Like, vodka seems to be manageable at some point, but man, when people get into that brown liquor, it gets real interesting. And it's mostly bourbon. Like you don't find Scotch drinkers out there throwing you're getting into shirtless fights.
Yeah, just
You can't
whiskey.
drink it.
I call it I think whiskey.
Yeah, but I don't think
general.
I don't think that's fair though, because I think most people who are out there getting slam blasted drunk, it's
Well,
like
they're hanging out with Jack Daniels.
but that's bourbon. That's what I'm saying.
They're not hanging out with your bourbon friends.
I know, but Scotch is a different machine altogether. Like Scotch is not something you buy and you slam. That's something you have at the club or something like that. You're not there you're not slamming Scotch shots in the club and then fighting shirtless in the streets.
Yeah, I've
Never
never.
baseball cap.
Maybe you'll do his taxes shirtless.
Like, I don't know if I think 80 proof really, in all honesty, jokes aside, I think it doesn't make that big of a difference on the outcome, at least for me personally. However, I do think there is a connection with cheaper liquor and fighting and more expensive liquor and fighting.
I have heard, and I've never known whether or not this is true. But Ross, I know you are a tequila aficionado, so you know tequila the way most Mexicans would wish Americans knew tequila, which is
Jalisco.
as a sipping drink
Right,
after dinner. It's
Or
never
with
to be
dinner,
slammed. It's not a bro drink.
It's not. You're right.
But I had always heard that the cheaper the tequila, the worse your hangover was going to be, and the joke was always going to be that they mixed that in the same bathtub they made acid.
Oh, I don't know.
So if you get the really good tequila,
I do know. That's the truth, though.
You'll avoid the really bad hangover. If you get the cheap stuff, your body's going to pay for it.
Yeah, I know that for a fact. If you get that cheap tequila, it will hurt you.
What you're looking for on a bottle is 100% blue agave.
That's right.
You
Anything less
need
than
to
that.
see 100%.
Because in the mass-produced tequilas, they will cut that tequila
Yes.
and it'll be flavored a little bit, so you're not getting 100%, and you are going to get some.
You're
it
going to
just
feel
doesn't-
it the next
it
day.
doesn't-
That's a tough one for me.
Doesn't come off well.
And that's why
Tequila's tough.
So everyone, connects tequila with that one college time, with that one $20 bottle of Jose Gold.
Right.
When
Which was the good stuff in the day.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
Jose Cuervo Gold.
Yeah, all of that.
Woo, someone got money.
Throw that memory out, because that is probably the most consumed tequila that is also not 100%. And I'm not dogging on Jose Cuervo. One of my favorite tequilas is actually from Jose Cuervo. They're Reserva de la Familia.
Yeah, but the gold bottle stuff, when you get that, you're like, you don't hold that up to the light and go, oh yeah, this is nice.
That gold isn't from the barrel.
It's
that
not. It's
gold.
urine.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
joking, it's not.
It's not. That gold is supposed to be from the barrel that it's aged in. That cheap stuff.
But then they have white tequila, and that's super hard to explain then, because there's no barrel. Well, there are barrels.
Well, yeah, no, it's still barrel. It's just the amount of time that it's in it.
Yeah. And the barrel's not charred either, right?
Depending on.
Yeah.
Is that where the gold color comes from? Is the char?
That's where color from all alcohol comes. All alcohol is clear when it's made. It's all mash. And then like with Scotch, it's sherry barrels, or is that bourbon? And then bourbon, it's another barrel. They're old wine barrels usually, but the ones with bourbon are just charred. I don't think they're wine. Sherry barrels are where they make Scotch, I believe. Like old sherry barrels, they buy those. They put the whiskey in, and then they age it. As the barrel flexes with humidity and stuff, it leaches out the flavors of that, and that's what gets you the good flavor.
Oh.
But with bourbon, they just char the inside of the barrel with fire, and then the oak squeezes it through the charcoal, and that's what gets that flavor or the color.
But what we're
I just
trying to
made that up,
say,
by the way.
what we're trying to say is,
No, I'm sorry.
gin.
Yeah, 407. I'm gonna have some tonight. 916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio. 104.1.
Stop and Go ride continues from a crash south on the Turnpike between 417 and Osceola Parkway. The left lane is still blocked here. Eastbound I-4 is jammed too from a crash at 1792, taking up the right lane, as well as westbound I-4. Approaching US 192, right lane is blocked here. We're still seeing heavy traffic westbound on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and State Road 535. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on Page Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough, built to last, dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Rude. Find your Rude Pro Partner contractor at rudeacflorida.com. RUUDACflorida.com.
Tommy Mello here, owner at A1 Garage Doors. When I was growing up, my mom had to work 3 jobs to save our house. I love my mom. She's the most important person in the world to me. When she moved into her new house recently, I looked at the parts that the builder put on her garage. Parts that were designed to break, and the first thing I thought was to replace the springs, rollers, and hinges, and I also added decorative hardware to make the house look beautiful. Did you know the garage makes up 40% of your home's curb appeal? I wanted my mom's garage to not only look good, but it had to work right too. When I started A1 Garage, I thought about my mom, and I thought, I'm going to treat everyone just like my mother. Call today and take advantage of our $129 winter tune-up special that includes a new bottom rubber to keep all those nasty bugs and winter out of your garage. The garage door is the smile of your home. Don't wait. Call A1 Garage Door Service and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Attention race fans. Get ready for the ultimate thrill at the News Junkie Ultimate Pinewood Derby, presented by JustCallMo.com. Join us Saturday, April 8th at Tuffy's Bottle Shop and Lounge in Sanford for a heart-pumping race that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. Seat not provided. The field is set, and our competitors are building their race cars. All you have to do is make plans to join us at high noon Saturday, April 8th at Tuffy's for an unforgettable experience. And cheer on your favorite racers while enjoying music, food, and drinks along with the excitement of the action on the track. Thanks to JustCallMo.com and our track sponsor, Apopka Vape and Mini Mart. Get more info at realradio.fm/derby.
Every March, Jersey Mike's turns money from subs into charitable donations.
And March 29th is Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, where 100% of sales are donated to local charities.
And to kick off all that giving, Peter gave me an apron. I'm honored.
Looking good, Danny. We've got subs to make, though.
Yeah. Now I know why you gave me the apron. Yeah. Join us Wednesday, March 29th for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. Be a sub above.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Sometimes the speed of life is too fast, and your budget needs a beat to catch up. Amscot Cash Advance, up to $500 fast with no credit check. Amscot, some restrictions apply, subject to approval.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we got Justin $100,000.
Well, I was in a motorcycle accident, unfortunately. You guys were able to get me set on my feet to where I don't have to worry as much about finances. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years. Oh, man. Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve. Oh, yeah. Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, now, by taking advantage of our $59 tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
Call today, cool today, cooltoday.com.
Book your appointment now.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Orlando is lurking, ready to protect what's theirs. Because in this wild, it's survival of the fittest. Welcome to their jungle. This is your team. Experience more football. Experience XFL. Your Orlando Guardians return to Camping World Stadium against the Seattle Sea Dragons, Saturday, March 25th at 1:30 p.m. Tickets on sale now. Visit xfl.com/tickets.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Cleaner Systems Concert Series.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
You know, you make me feel so good inside. I've always wanted a girl just like you. Such a purity, pretty young thing. Ooh. Where did you come from?
Whatever. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And so is Ross.
It's true.
And every Friday, right now, right here, we get a little tip action from our friend Candace Rich for Rich Tips.
Oh, man.
Tip action.
Want to get rich? Of course you do.
And tip action.
This is here to give you a clue. These tips are for entertainment purposes and not endorsed by the show
Here's your
station
20.
or company.
2 tips.
That should cover our ass, right?
I'm not so sure anymore.
It's time for Rich Tips.
You guys give it up for Candace Rich.
Oh, yeah. Please tell me this will work.
What's going on, Candace? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
There you are. Yeah, it works. Good job, Ross.
Hey, Ross did it.
O'Connor has been doing it for 5 years. Can't figure it out. Candace does it from cruise ships and figures it out just fine.
I'll send him an index card. Are you picking on Jack for his love of the boss?
I knew. I could have predicted this would be the first thing she would say. It was the easiest thing I've done today because Deb nicked you with the Michael Bublé thing. Just real quick. Now, and I know that it's fine. You don't have to worry about it. How much money do you think you've spent on seeing Michael Bublé since you saw him first?
Welcome back to Uncomfortable Questions.
Right? I mean, I would have no problem with this except for that my husband's going to listen. So should I tell you the truth?
Yeah. Just text him. I mean, how many times have you seen him?
No.
We can figure it out.
I've seen him 11 times.
11 times. We figure each time you see him, based on travel and expenses and stuff, it's got to be about probably between $700 and $1,000 a piece, right?
And for the last 4 years. Now, I used to be cheaper. Budget was different then, but this is definitely, and you shouldn't pick on Jack because this is my vice. This is my drug of choice.
I understand.
This is my cocaine. This is my crack.
But me
once a year, twice a year.
But me picking on Jack is, well, that's part of our
it's
love
as
language.
Right as rain. It is.
It
Candace.
really is.
But you said you don't get it. You just
don't
don't have that one musician that you love that much.
I don't. I do love the band Tool, and I've seen Tool a number of times.
How many?
I think when we went, which will be the last time I saw, last time I go, 1,000%, I'm not ever going to see him again.
That was my third time seeing
Right.
Tool, and I've never seen any act more than I've seen Tool.
I think I've seen them 6 times, and I've seen Depeche Mode like 3 times, and that will be it for them as well.
Unlike you, I would go see Tool again. I'm still waiting for Rage, but I would see Tool again because I never stopped moving during that concert.
Yeah, that was your birthday gift.
That was my birthday gift, and I loved it, you guys. Thank you.
Jim,
It was on me.
what is your cocaine?
What is my cocaine?
Cars and cooking.
You mean what do you mean by that? Like my addiction?
What's your vice?
Yeah. Well, it's golf. There's no question. Golf and cooking for sure. But golf is the one thing I would get in trouble for.
Okay.
Because you're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to get in trouble. Somebody's going to go, "Damn you, Jimmy, for cooking me another great meal."
That's a good point.
I
nobody's gonna do
have
that.
gotten in trouble for my buble addiction.
Have
about
you?
5 years ago. I spent more than I said I was going to spend. But when you're in that Ticketmaster line, you got to make that decision
You
before
damn
your
sure do.
timer goes out. And
You're
so
like-
I just
They
sometimes
force-
it's just easier to ask for forgiveness.
They do force the issue of it.
See, I think my cocaine is cocaine.
Hey, and I read something recently that, and it verifies what I said is true. I really wanted to go see him in Sweden this year because I can get the same exact $1,200 ticket for that and get a $200 ticket in Sweden through Ticketmaster for the same exact front row seat. They don't have that on-demand pricing that's driving up. It's not, so I can get my flight and spend the same amount of money, but didn't have to wait in line.
And see him in
It's a reason.
Sweden,
And then go to Sweden,
right? But I missed it next year.
Well,
anyway,
what do we
Yes.
have for today? How are you going to save us money? How are you going to make us get over on the big man?
Right. So we've been
What?
talking lately, and you talked about the tax man, which yay.
No,
in the
not
same
yay.
boat.
Not
No, in the same boat.
Yeah.
But along those lines, it's a good time to think about if you're contributing to your retirement or not, and if
Ah.
that can help you with your taxes.
Interesting.
So-
I just asked my accountant this very question this morning. That's a true
because
story.
you want to one way that you can reduce your taxable income is by maximizing how much you're contributing to your 401k,
That's
because
right.
that is pre-tax money. So that is not going to count. So if you make $50,000 a year and you contribute $7,000 to your 401k through your company, that's going to be deducted prior to your taxes, so it's not taxable income. So now your income is $43,000 that you're taxed on at the end of the year instead of that $50,000 salary.
So
that's a benefit to some people.
It is. We actually got hit with a pretty good tax bill this year because I wasn't having enough money taken out, and then when I called my wife said, "Well, I could start a 401k if I started contributing to the 401k, and of course this will be for 2023 taxes, not for 2022. How would that help?" So I called my accountant. And he says, "Yeah, that does work." Depending on what you can put in there, because most companies have a max that you can put in. He said that only about 30 to 40% of that could be considered, though. And I don't know if that's a different situation based on income or whatever, but he said it would definitely help, though, no question.
Well, and another thing to consider is, Ross, did you decide to contribute to yours this year? You were thinking about it when you were doing your benefits, your 401k. Do you contribute?
Yeah, I do. I do the
Okay.
most. But we also, never mind.
Yeah,
When
skip
you're
that
older,
part.
you'll look
Skip
back.
that part.
What they're saying is we go ahead.
If your company matches it, you're leaving money on the table.
Well, that's the thing.
If
Is
you have a company
Yeah,
match.
that's the thing for right now.
Yeah, most of the time we do have a company match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Taking a little
we
break.
will not talk about
Yeah, a little intermission.
Yeah, a little intermission.
They'll be back.
No big deal.
Yeah, it's happened before. In 2008, it happened too. But it's still a wonderful thing. You can still put money in there, and it still gives you that benefit, for sure.
Absolutely. But it's good, especially for younger people, to start the habit now.
Yep.
If you start that at the next time you get a pay raise, or the next time you have a salary adjustment or change jobs or whatever, and you have that opportunity, at least contribute 5% if you can. You won't miss it.
You will not.
You won't miss 5%.
Best move I ever made in my
if
life.
you get into the habit, it's just part of that you never see it and you never think about it.
You actually do never think about it. I remember, you ready for this? I did not check the balance on my 401k once for over 3 years.
Oh, that's a good surprise.
Didn't even, and then you check and you go, "Oh, but damn, look at there. Look at there. Look at there. I can go see Springsteen."
Yeah, there it is.
And then if you don't have a company 401k, it's also a great time, especially it's a young man's game, to start a Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Roth IRAs are much more limited on who can contribute depending on how much you make. And you can only contribute usually up to $6,000 a year. But that is money that is after tax.
Right.
You can also take out what you put in at any time with no penalty if
Right.
you have something come up in life. And then when you do take that out, you get your earnings are tax-free.
Right. And the thing is with 401k, that it's not that way with a 401k. And a lot of people get shocked about that because it's pre-tax. So that when you go to distribute that money, if you don't do it the right way, you could wind up getting it could be interesting for you.
Right. And also 401ks and IRAs will have a mandatory distribution that you'll have to take each year.
Right.
Where a Roth IRA does not have any mandatory distribution. So if you don't need it that year, you continue to let that money grow.
Right,
and that's
right.
a huge benefit.
2 questions, 2-parter. First one, this is a yes or no, 401k and a Roth IRA. Having both, that sounds stupid. Am I right?
No.
No. Why would you want a 401k and a Roth IRA?
Because you may be in a situation where you are maximizing how much your company is going to match. So let's say they're going to match you up to 6%, but you want to put you can put that same money into a Roth because your contribution limits toward what you can contribute according to the IRS is not going to change that max. But if you're not getting matched dollar for dollar on all of that in your 401k, then you might want the tax benefits of putting it in a Roth.
Right. Exactly.
And then
because you won't have that mandatory distributions later in life.
And the second question is more confirming that a Roth IRA, when you put it in, that moment you put it in, the taxes hit that money then. So later down the road, when you pull it out,
you do not get taxed.
You do not get taxed.
It's not income at that. Well, it is income, but you've already paid the tax on that income.
Okay.
Right.
Which would be an advantage too, because you don't know what tax bracket you're going to be in 10 or 15 years or whatever. So.
And normally it's higher.
And what Jim was saying, 401k, when you take that money out for retirement, it's going to get hit by taxes at that moment when you take it out.
A Roth is the only time that you're not going to get hit with taxes when you take that out. That is income. So that is going to be the income that you are taxed on for that tax year. For instance, we're near 2050 and you're now 75 years old. You take out that money, your income for that year in 2050 is the amount that you distributed to yourself.
Right, yeah. So there you go. It's just a giant savings account with a distribution plan at the end.
But for the most part, they do the same thing, and that as long as you have one of those two,
there's just different mobility inside each plan.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
Right.
And then the tax implications are different.
Your investment options are much different. Also, I should say that in 401k, you're usually very limited to certain mutual funds and maybe your company's stock. A Roth, you can invest that however you choose.
Right.
Stocks,
It's like it's almost
whatever.
like a slush account where you can invest there. Also very dangerous.
Yes.
You get in there, start flipping around, thinking you're some genius day trader. And next thing you know, you got no money.
Yeah, Apple's not going anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Uh-oh. Neither am I.
Candace, how's your week been? Everything good?
It has been.
Yeah.
I didn't get to talk to you after we went to TPC, and we had an opportunity because my husband's company. We went through CDW as a company that does ShotLink.
Yes.
The technology that follows the ball and everything.
Absolutely.
And so it was really neat. We got to go out inside their production truck, the big semi where they're live watching the balls and go through. And that was just really, I don't really get into tech, but that was really cool.
Look, man, I have to tell you that I think that sport is one of the more difficult sports to put on television and make it intriguing. It's not like a football game or a basketball game where basically the cameras are fixed and you follow the player with the ball and that's it. But with golf, it's way more difficult and there are considerably more cameras in play. So that's actually kind of cool.
There were Jim, I had no idea. Like the cameras they use that aren't for the picture that's going to the TV, but to map those balls.
Right.
Around like 17 where the water is and everything. There's probably 20 cameras that do infrared heat, the temperature, the humidity. Insane. I had no idea. It was so nerdy and really cool.
When they make it a hole-in-one on 17, they replay it ad nauseum. And they did. I mean, there was a couple hole-in-ones on 17, and they must have played them 50,000 times.
We got there right before that hole in one. So that happened, that last one on Sunday, right as we got there. That was so cool.
You can hear it erupt. Yeah.
Yes. Well, because we had they have marquee suites that are right there between 16 and 17, where 16, the green is, and then the tee for 17 is over on the left. Very nice seats.
Yeah, for
nice
sure. I got a buddy that played that a couple times for sure, and he would say that when Tiger was playing, you could tell what his score was before he even came in because the entire golf course would erupt every time he made birdie. So you could just kind of count the eruptions when you knew where they were coming from and say, oh, yeah, he's like 5 under. He's doing fine. Well, Candace, as always, we appreciate it. Great tip this week on 401ks and IRAs. We'll put that up on the website, so you'll be able to go to JimColbertLive.com and re-listen if you missed anything. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and it's always good seeing you.
Thanks. You guys too.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
All
Have
right,
a good weekend.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. The rapper Afroman had a very interesting experience, and now his house was raided, by the way.
Yeah.
And then after the raid, the cops actually wound up suing him.
Interesting.
I'll tell you why next. It's very interesting.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
More problems coming in on the Turnpike. We have this accident southbound between 417 and Osceola Parkway taking up the left lane. A disabled vehicle causing delays northbound taking up the left lane approaching Kissimmee Park Road. Westbound travel on I-4 still heavy between Sand Lake Road and State Road 535 and especially between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on Page Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough, built to last, dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Rude. Find your Rude Pro Partner contractor at rudeacflorida.com. RUUDACFlorida.com.
And you heard it here in Central Florida. Utility companies raised the rate last year 3 times. They've already done it again this year, and there could be more rate increases, but you can go with solar with Solar Bear. Finally, the time to do that. And they are the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state. They're locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. All those are good things. All you have to do is simply visit solarbear.com today and get that free estimate to find out what they can do for you. And check it out right now. On top of that free estimate, how about 0 down, 0% interest and no payments for 12 months with credit approval? Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at centomoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Spring Sale.
Hi, I did my spring cleaning, but I still feel I'm missing something.
Don't worry, our spring sale has offers on everything from air purifiers to cabinets, cushion covers to sofas and storage, all to help you start fresh in every part of your space.
A total refresh. I love it.
Don't miss the IKEA Spring Sale. Visit your local IKEA store or go to ikea-usa.com/offers before 4/10. Offer valid 3/15 to 4/10. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com/offers for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Whether you need a new roof, new windows, new gutters, or maybe a new door, Mike the Home Builder is the guy to call, and that's at myhomebuildersnetwork.com. Mike has been on this station for years, and he's a great guy. He did my roof and gutters, and he can do the same for you. Great installation, great service, all at a fair price. Trust someone local, someone we trust here at Real Radio. It's Mike the Home Builder, and you find him at myhomebuildersnetwork.com.
My husband and I, we were bamboozled into signing up for a timeshare. The guy who signed us up said if I changed my mind, I could cancel. That was a lie. They wouldn't let me out, and I felt stuck.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and make no mistake about it, the timeshare giants are trying to make it impossible for you to get out of your timeshare, even if you've been lied to. Over a decade ago, I beat them in federal court, so I can continue to help folks out of bad timeshares.
I didn't trust anybody, so I drove to Wesley Financial, and I met Mr. McDowell. My hope was restored. I did sign on, and now we are free.
If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Wesley Financial is the real deal.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare cancellation guide. 800-823-5544. That's 800-823-5544. 800-823-5544.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trenley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trenley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better, unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month and discover what it truly means to drive a truck that's built to serve. Ram Truck Month, going on now. And now purchase and get 1.9% financing for 72 months or 10% below MSRP on 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn models. Not compatible with lease offers or any other consumer incentive offers. 1.9% APR financing for 72 months equals $1,471 per month per 1,000 financed for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital regardless of down payment. Not all buyers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 4/3/23.
It's your call. Play big or play small this new year with table game bonus bets at the Orange City Racing and Card Club. With just a $5 minimum, you could feel winning excitement playing the new game I Love Suits. You'll love this new coverall bonus bet game. There's 14 table games, so take your pick. At Orange City Racing and Card Club, just off I-4 exit 111B on Saxon Boulevard, Orlando's closest poker room.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah! Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 or free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Stop on by Mazda at the Daytona Auto Mall today at I-95 and LPGA or shop online at DaytonaMazda.com.
Radio.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Don't make a difference. I'm just talking to the ones that listen. I came with the heat, man. I swear I'm never missing. And I'm still the same, and I swear I'm never switching. Knowing all of this just don't make a difference. I'm just talking
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. Hope you had a really good Friday, an even better productive week, and an even bigger, better weekend planned.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks for tuning in every day this week. It's been a gorgeous week. We love it. Love coming here and doing the show, man.
But we do kind of hope for a mediocre month.
Yeah,
it's just how it works.
It's already happening.
It's just how it is.
All right, I'm Jim. Deb and Ross are here as well. Do we have any Afroman in the system there, Ross?
Yeah, I mean, we have the one song.
But, I mean, it's going to be edited so we can play it. So let's get an idea who this guy is first. I've heard of him for sure. I'm not familiar with his music. Is this the Get High song? Is that the guy?
Yeah. This is Because I Got High coming up right now. And in this song, God, it's one of the funniest noises a song has ever had contained in the length of the song is in this song. It's just like one of the hype man starts clucking like a rooster, and it has made me laugh since I was a child. It's later on in the song, but this is Afroman Because I Got High.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
So this was a pretty popular song there for a little bit. It was kind of a novelty hip hop song, would you say? Or no?
Yeah. I mean, it was almost like a
anthem.
It was just comical. It was funny.
What year was this? This had to have been like what, mid 2000s?
Yeah,
like maybe 2005 or 6 or 7 or something.
Let's look into it.
Well, his real name is Joseph Foreman, right? Afroman way better. His real name is Joseph Foreman, and his home got raided last week.
You know, it was released 23 years ago.
Yeah. Last name Foreman, but rapper name Afroman. Afroman.
Oh, yeah, very good. Hey. Yeah, there you go. I wouldn't have gotten there. But yeah, he lives in Ohio, Adams County, Ohio, and the Adams County Sheriff's Office, 7 members of that office, raided his home on a tip that there was going to be drug paraphernalia, possibly kidnapping, and weapons issues while on property. So they kicked his door in and went in there and did the big search, and there was nothing. No issue whatsoever. The raid was completely a bust.
The bust was a bust.
Yeah. Trafficking and kidnapping had taken place. They came up there with AR-15s, kicked the door in, traumatized the kids, destroyed the property, ripped up and destroyed my camera system. That was August. And now they're suing him. The cops are suing him. They found nothing. No arrests were made.
What?
Nothing happened.
Did a dog bite him?
They kicked his house and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And not all 7, but most of them are suing Afroman. It's going to be really difficult to figure this out, but I do want to hear a couple guesses. What do you think? What do you think he did? No, it wasn't a dog that bit him. Nobody made contact. There was no violence, no nothing. Nobody made contact. But they're suing Afroman, and you're going to laugh your ass off when I tell you why.
Oh, man. I need some thinking music.
Contact high?
No, it wasn't because they were all smoked. They smoked the room up and got those guys high when they came in. It wasn't that.
Damn. Because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And by the way, they said that while they confiscated a bunch of stuff, and when they took it, when he got his stuff back, that there were hundreds of dollars missing, and they tried to claim that the cops they counted it wrong initially. So when they returned the money, it was short because of that.
I can make a bunch of bad guesses.
I know, because the dog bite, there wasn't drugs.
All right.
Because he spoke badly about them.
He had a booby trap.
What did you say?
He spoke badly about them.
No, but what he did do is take the video that he took during the raid and got the videotape from their chest cameras and used that in music videos to rag on their asses and made 2 songs. And they're suing him because he didn't ask permission to use the chest camera video footage to basically embarrass these guys who kicked his door in, harassed his family, caused him a bunch of trouble. They found nothing. The tip was complete junk. Oh, and he's using the footage from the cameras the cops have and footage that his wife took on her cell phone in music videos, basically ragging them about how dumb it was to raid his house. And they're embarrassed to the point now where they're suing him civilly. And there's 2 songs particularly, Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Help Me Repair My Door is the name of the song.
He's still got it.
Yeah, he does, man.
It includes footage of the raid from his home surveillance cameras and his wife's cell phone. It shows the faces of all 7 plaintiffs, although all of the cops haven't filed suit. This is a civil suit. Now, in Ohio, apparently, using footage from your own system publicly is a misdemeanor. Apparently it is a misdemeanor, but these guys are going off. They want all his money.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
They want a lot of stuff from this complaint. They want all the money from the songs. They want all the money from the weed that he sells, from the alcohol that he sells. They want everything. These cops think that they've been wronged that bad. And, of course, he's countersuing like F.
Of course. So they've been wronged. But did they even imagine after they trash his place? What did he get?
And we know that when that happens, when they raid your house, they do not have to repair anything. They can kick your doors in. They can destroy your entire house, and you have no recourse whatsoever.
And kicking the door in is where they just lightly begin. Then there's the cutting of mattresses and couches
if that
and
comes up,
tossing anything and everything. If they're looking...
the audacity to go ahead and say, wait, we didn't give you permission for that video of us not having permission to enter your house.
Wow, that's a rich point to point out.
They're suing, for one thing, they want criminal charges as well, but they're suing on civil grounds.
Soft.
Saying that the use of their faces, their personas, in the videos and social media posts resulted in their emotional distress, embarrassment, ridicule, loss of reputation, and humiliation. The plaintiffs also say they're entitled to all of his profits from the use of their personas. In other words, anything that has their video, that has their face, whether it be music videos, songs, event tickets where they perform that song, promotion of his Afroman brand weed, beer, T-shirts, and all the merch, anything that those two songs are promoted upon, they want the money from that, and they want all of it.
This genuinely makes me angry.
It makes me mad too.
They're also asking for an injunction for all of that video and all of that to be taken down. All the memes, all the posts, and all the videos to be taken down offline. They want that gone too.
But it'd be interesting if he could still obtain that video through a Freedom of Information Act by, requesting it from the sheriff's office, maybe blurring out their faces. I mean, they're really kind of in a way just egging him on, because from this point forward, I don't know if the parody law would work, but if you found a couple of actors that look like these guys.
Oh, really?
But then put the tagline that says, all people in this are depicted to be fictional.
Well, that's how MWA did that in the beginning. When they would do all the anti-cop stuff, they would hire actors that looked like cops, and they would do that so they didn't have to get any sweat for that. Somebody actually texted and said, Lemon Pound Cake is a pretty funny song. The song's about one of those cops who happens to be pretty big, continually staring at his lemon pound cake he had on the counter.
Oh man, I wish we could hear that one.
And you know what? I honestly, and this, to be honest with you, this sucks for the cops. Let me get out there. I'm not anti-cop by any means.
Of course
this sucks
not.
for the cops because they were sent in there. Like, it's not like their decision to do this, right? They get sent by the precinct based on information that they get, and they go in and they're just doing their job.
They are, but we've also seen in a lot of tragic cases, including the death 3 years ago, Breonna Taylor.
Right, yeah.
We've seen where these no-knock warrants where they go into the wrong address. Yeah, they've got a tough job and they're doing... But like you said, Jimmy, there's no recourse for the person who was just wronged. And for Afroman to be making a point about these guys entering his home without permission, the audacity for them to want to turn around and then grab the profits because he was able to make a nickel off that.
And this was a raid. So this was not a, hey, knock, we've got a warrant, to come in and search your house for some stuff. This was, we're kicking your door in. I think that's what constitutes a raid, right?
Absolutely.
It is an unannounced...
It's a no-knock warrant.
It's an unannounced entry into your property for the sole purpose of fulfilling a warrant.
Because they want to catch you, because if you do have evidence or drugs, they want to make sure you don't have time to flush anything down the toilet or have time to escape. I get that part for the officers, but I'm with Ross. This is a really crappy way of trying to get quote-unquote justice because he embarrassed you.
I guess during one of the videos that his wife took, Afroman actually thanks one of the cops. He goes, hey, man, thanks for getting me 5.5 million hits on TikTok. I wouldn't have done it without you, obviously. Congratulations again. You're famous for all the wrong reasons. I mean, it's so cold.
So the texter was spot on by saying lemon pound cake is really funny. I did look up the lyrics. I'm going to play this. I haven't listened to the whole thing. The lyrics seem fine, but I'm still... hover over that dumb button.
I got you.
But check this out.
This is Afroman and the song Lemon Pound Cake based on the raid.
Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake.
It gets better.
It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Lemon pound cake, he wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok.
Trending on TikTok.
Pound cake.
He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake, pound cake.
That's so good.
Hey, that's really talk about taking when life gives you lemons. What do? You make lemon pound cake.
It's so good because it's like he's rapping the story.
I know.
It's exactly what the story is.
It's like he's reading the blotter, the police report.
Yeah, it says
the video is so good.
It says plaintiffs say they've been subject to ridicule by people who saw Foreman's post, and the posts have made it, quote, more dangerous for them to carry out their duties.
Yeah, because they're getting a lot of lemon pound cake.
They also claim they've endured death threats by anonymous members of the public who have seen some of the defendants' above described postings. I mean, obviously you don't want any of that to happen to an officer of the law, but in that same sense, this is very funny.
This is hilarious.
But I don't know if they're facing that much danger because everyone that's texting from Ross is saying, "Oh my gosh, the videos are funny." I mean, it's hilarious.
In the music video, they have the police officer who looks exactly like Peter Griffin.
Oh, really?
Doing a double take, nay, a triple take
at the pound
to the lemon pound cake on the kitchen counter. It is so good. And they just keep playing that clip of him looking back down at the cake.
The complaint claims that Foreman continuously used the plaintiff's persona without their prior consent in a manner that is, quote, willful, wanton, malicious, and shows, quote, conscious or reckless disregard for their rights.
You mean kind of like what they did to him?
When you kick a door in.
Good God, man.
Well,
it's like everything they're saying, they don't see the three fingers pointing back at them.
Right. He's countersuing, of course, for all of this because he says he has undeniable proof that, it went down like this. There was no problem. And, of course, he's countersuing, saying that, if anybody's rights were violated here, it would have been his because, he didn't raid their house.
Right, exactly. He didn't start this ball rolling.
Like this police officer has his pistol right next to the lemon pound cake. Almost looks like he's going to shoot the cake. It's an image, to say the least.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Somebody texts in and says, Jim, you guys do know that they can't just get a search warrant based on a tip, right? They got drugs out of the house somehow to get the probable cause. For example, drugs bought from inside by an informant, or drugs paraphernalia found in the trash, or photos from someone who had permission to be inside the residence, like a roommate or repairman. There's no such thing as getting a tip and knocking on doors, FYI. Love you guys. I don't know how accurate that is. Because they didn't find anything in a no-knock warrant. I mean, you'd think if you had a tip that's worthy of busting into somebody's house without them inviting you, that the tip would be strong enough to at least guarantee there's going to be a joint on property.
Right, yeah.
My God almighty. I mean, they had him at kidnapping. They didn't find anything.
Right. Well,
my God.
They did find something.
Some lemon pound cake?
They revitalized someo's career.
Yeah, they did.
That's what they found.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up for trivia. Let's do that next.
He's a Adams County sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show. We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Gonzaga beats UCLA, continuing yet another deep tourney run. After 20-plus years, it's hard to fathom how the Zags are still here. They're buried in Nowheresville, Spokane, Washington. Not a recruiting hotbed, playing a tiny conference. It's a testament to their head coach, Mark Few, who's built a program that now some even top 5-star guys want to join. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Intelligence runs in the family. Innovation runs in the family. Extraordinary runs in the family. The Mercedes-Benz range of SUVs. Every member is waiting to impress. Learn more at MBUSA.com.
Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is a top 10 TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice winner every single year after year. It's the only place you can experience the excitement of thundering rocket launches up close and see the spacecraft that are blazing the trail for tomorrow's discoveries. And even better, we love the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. We've broadcast over there a number of times, been there for many launches and many opening days of these wonderful displays. It's one of the best kept secrets in Orlando, but you can make it a not secret when you get over there for this new 2-day ticket offer costing less than $45 per day, offering maximum flexibility for the entire family. The Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, like I said, the only place where you can experience those exciting rocketing thunder launches right up close. Get your tickets today and explore more at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Cleaner Systems Concert Series.
Tax time means a much-needed cash bonus for many people. But for business owners, it can mean the opposite. Hey, this is R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My accountant said I need to reduce my tax burden now. So I'm going to overpay for your old car because I'd rather give you the money than the government. Get up to $4,297 more for your old car than it's actually worth. No matter where you bought the car, no matter how many miles are on it. It's simple. Trade in your old car you hate driving and get a new car today like a Mitsubishi Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. That means most people can trade and lower their payment. Or let me double your tax refund up to $2,500. RC Hill Mitsubishi specializes in approving customers with below average credit scores. My goal this month is 100% credit approval. This month, my prices will not be beat. This sale ends when my accountant says enough is enough. I'm RC Hill at RC Hill Mitsubishi, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and now in Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price on select models. Net of all rebates.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies.
Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Office Orlando.
Do you spray wood preservatives, mold remediation products, or sanitize indoors using a hand wand sprayer? Are you a professional who uses a hand pump tank sprayer or backpack sprayer to treat indoor hard surfaces or pre-construction sites? If so, you may qualify for a research study and get paid up to $300. A research study is currently being conducted in the Orlando area to measure exposure to workers when spraying indoors with manually pressurized hand pump or battery-powered sprayers and backpack sprayers. To qualify, you must have a job or have had one in the last 2 years where you use a pump-up tank sprayer or backpack sprayer for indoor mold remediation, wood treatment, or indoor sanitizing. You must be at least 18 years old with a verified government-issued ID, know how to operate a sprayer, and be in good health. This is a one-day study with compensation up to $300 for your time. Study participants are needed. For details and to find out if you qualify, please go to www.researchstudyorlando.com. That's www.researchstudyorlando.com.
On the free iHeartRadio app, you never pay to hear what you love, and you never wait to hear what you want. Save your money, save your time, and listen anywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I'm still mad at timeshare companies. For over a decade, I've been fighting to clean up the timeshare industry by getting folks out of bad timeshares. But after all those battles, I'm still asked, how do they sell timeshares for $25,000 when they're available online for only $1? Here's how they do it. They lie. They tell you timeshares are a great investment. You can go anywhere, anytime, or your maintenance fees will never go up. Everything they do to get you to sign is part of a well-planned trap. If you've ever been held hostage at a timeshare presentation and bought, Wesley Financial Group is here to help. To date, we've canceled timeshares for over 16,000 families. I guarantee you this. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare cancellation guide. 800-366-6161. That's 800-366-6161. 800-366-6161.
This hour brought to you by Space Coast Jobs Now, coming March 30th.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
I'm sad alone in a boggy marsh, totally motionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up into Lump's pajamas. She totally confused all the passing piranhas. She's in my head.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us easily at 77031. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Ross is here today, and he has the sauce jar. All aboard!
Chug it, chug it.
Choo choo, choo choo.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
I have a pair of tickets to see Orlando City versus Nashville. That's going down Saturday, April 1st at Exploria Stadium. Kickoff is 7:30. Root for the boys in purple. Vamos Orlando. Let's go Lions. 3 points. We need it. That is your sauce jar, which is always brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local. Support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. Just make sure you mention the Jim Colbert Show because that will get you a discount. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O. Moving.com. Clickety-clack. Back to you.
Thanks, Deb. Ross,
Sure.
who goes first today?
Let's welcome Jose.
Jose, right there on line 3. Jose, how are you, friend?
What's up? Happy National Cocktail Day.
Happy National Cocktail Day to you as well, Jose. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed, dog.
Want to play a game?
All right, Jose, got a game here for you. It's pretty darn easy, killer. All you got to do is find the lie here. I got a question and 4 answers. One of them is fake. It's not true. If you can poke that one out of there, we'll send you over to the city game on us. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Very good. Here we go. On this day in 1953, comedian, actor,
Martin Short,
author, game show host,
Not Drew
Steve
Carey.
Harvey.
had his own animated series.
Oh, he died.
He's a hefty fella.
It's Louis.
With a spacious grin. That's right. It's Louis Anderson was born on this day. The famous Louis Anderson. Here are 3 fun facts about Louis and 1 lie that's washing lettuce now, but working its way up to fries. That's a really good Coming to America reference, and it deserves more than that.
I haven't seen it in a very long time.
Number 1, before pursuing comedy, he was a full-time school counselor specializing in troubled and abused children. Number 2, like his father, Louis was a good musician, playing trumpet, trombone, and drums. Number 3, he was the second youngest of 11 children in his family. Or lastly, he was blackmailed for over $100,000 by a man who said he made sexual advances toward him in a casino. Which one of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with the instrument.
God dang it, you got it right on the right one, buddy.
Whoa.
You're a winner.
I am?
Yeah, buddy, you are. You won.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks.
Hey, you got it, buddy. Enjoy the game, man. Yeah, I'm not even mad because he just said, hey, man, what about them instruments? Yeah, that's not true. But his father was a great trombone player, a trumpet player, actually played for a very famous guy in the 1930s.
Hoagie Carmichael.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Here's a few other things about Louis Anderson. That was fast, wasn't it? God almighty. I hate it when they get it the first one just because of how fast it goes.
It's all good. We can talk about Louis.
Before pursuing comedy, he did work as a full-time school counselor specializing in troubled and abused children. He also had an abusive father. His father was a raging alcoholic and abusive. His father was a musician. He played trumpet for this guy named Hoagie Carmichael. He was the second youngest of 11 children in his family, and he did get blackmailed. Actually, it was more than $100,000. He was paying this guy $100,000 payments to shut him up. But the guy came back and said, no, we want $250,000 now, and he turned him over to the feds, and the feds got him and put him in prison for 20 months.
Okay, good.
But he was starring in 2 family shows, and he thought if the rumor got out that he'd attacked somebody sexually, that he would lose his job on those TV shows.
Wow.
So instead, he just paid the money. God only knows how much.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, Carrot Top and Louis Anderson were very good friends. And I've met Louis one time ever. Carrot said he was like the greatest guy, the sweetest dude ever. He really was. And very funny, by the way. If you've never seen Louis Anderson in the day, like his Johnny Carson first appearance is pretty darn good.
Hell yeah.
Some other things you may not know about Louis Anderson. His middle name was Perry.
Oh.
Louis Perry Anderson.
It's a regal name.
His father played trumpet for the 1930s superstar Hoagie Carmichael. He changed his name spelling from Louis to Louis so that people wouldn't call him Louis.
Oh, wow.
And his name is actually spelled Louis, pronounced Louis, but he changed it because everybody called him Louis, and he hated it. He decided early in his career not to have the gap in his front teeth fixed because he thought it added to his comedy.
I don't think he's wrong.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It was a pretty substantial gap. You could put another tooth in there.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Michael Strahan.
Yeah. Oh, how awesome would it be to have like one fang right there in the middle?
Not.
No, okay. Yeah.
No, terrifying.
And then lastly,
he looked like a big baby.
He co-founded an organization called Hero, which is a program aimed at getting homeless people back on a positive path. So there you go. Today is Louis Anderson's birthday. He died last January.
I did not realize that.
A lot of Central Florida ties with Bonkers comedy clubs.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. He headlined a lot of. He worked a lot of Bonkers shows.
Matter of fact, I think that when he passed, I text Carrot Top, Scott Thompson, whatever, and because I knew they were so close, and I saw him reach out on Facebook and say that he'd passed, and I just said, man, I am so sorry, because I knew they were pretty good buddies. And he texted me back and said, yeah, he's just like genuinely one of the sweetest, most genuine people of all time. So I was really sad to see him. And, he wasn't that old. He was nearing 70, I think, right? Like in his late 60s. Had a good career. That guy had a great career. Tons of respect in the business, by the way.
And what a good person when your career is, counseling the most at-risk people in our society.
Right. Carrot Top used to tell me he liked to gamble a little bit. He actually had to wind up stopping because he'd get his checks from doing comedy and go right into the room. And I think he played blackjack or slots or whatever. And it was just kind of funny how he would characterize, because Louis had that kind of whining voice like that. And he kind of dragged his words out. And he goes, no, I'm down like 30 grand. What's coming up for thoughts?
I just real fast, I feel like Louis has a lot of Wanzi vibes.
He does have a little bit of a Wanzi vibe.
Or Wanzi has Louis vibes, very similar.
They kind of walk the same, too.
Yeah,
they kind of flip their feet when they walk.
There's some similarities going on there. I'm very curious about this. I'm not going to tell you the teaser for Ross Thoughts, but what I will tell you is that I'm going to preface Ross Thoughts that we would never murder anyone.
Oh, man.
Well,
that's the preface. That's in other words, that's your disclaimer.
That's the disclaimer.
So in other words, your segment is going to make people believe that we murder.
I am saying that this segment will have some people go, man, I think they actually might do it.
All right, we'll do that next.
Just don't use bleach.
We're not going to do it.
That's an amateur's trick.
Don't
use bleach.
No death next.
Holding your virtual hand as the world crumbles. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Well, the Turnpike is still shut down southbound due to an accident between County Road 470 and County Road 33. Consider U.S. Highway 27 for an alternate. Northbound travel on the Turnpike still very heavy from a disabled vehicle taking up the left lane approaching Kissimmee Park Road. We're still seeing heavy traffic westbound on I-4 between 417 and Osceola Polkline Road. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on Page Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough, built to last, dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Rude. Find your Rude Pro Partner contractor at RudeACFlorida.com. RudeACFlorida.com.
Inflation is running high. Nobody knows when it's going to level out. That is why you got to make your move right now when it comes to your windows and doors at FAS and lock in your price. They have the best showroom out there. 38 windows ready to go for you to operate. They're all built with impact-resistant glass to give you security, noise reduction, and maximum efficiency. They have a full selection of hurricane windows and doors. Estimates are always free. They always give you tons of options, which is awesome. And all products have a lifetime warranty. Not to mention, right now, if you act right, You can get rebates of $55 per window and $95 per door. Also, no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months financing is available for a limited time. The showroom, very easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. When you go in, you'll see a bunch of really cool windows. Those all can help you save money and make your house look amazing. Pick out the ones you love and have them installed, and that will happen. Your power bills will drop, your AC will last longer, and your house will just feel better, and it'll be safer as well. Hop online and book your appointment. It's FASWD.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Managing healthcare for yourself, your kids, your aging parents, it's a lot to keep track of everything. Now you have help. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care that's a lot more caring. Here, your doctor really gets to know your family's needs and coordinates all their visits, labs, even prescriptions. Plus, you can make same-day appointments or schedule video or at-home visits, all covered by most insurance. It sounds different because it is different. Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
Just come out, just come out. The man when you're in trouble, car accidents, slips and falls, he's the only one that you should call. Just come out when you're injured on the go.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, now, by taking advantage of our $59 tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
Call today, cool today, cooltoday.com.
Book your appointment now.
When storms hit, we're here for you. With new grid technology that can reroute power to avoid outages, and better communication to keep you in the know. And as we transition to a cleaner energy future, we'll still be here for you, keeping your costs down even as we work to expand renewables and explore new energy sources. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Clean Earth Systems concert series.
So many new cars. It's madness. Get yours at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Man, why didn't they come out with more albums?
I don't know. I listen to this weekly.
They had some problems internally.
Is that what it was?
Well, the one guy killed himself.
Whoa!
Yeah, the guy right here, the guy singing, he wound up committing suicide.
Really?
Yeah. So I think he had some issues, and then
I did not know that.
I did not either.
And this kind of music kind of went out of favor, man.
Well, I think their music was 20 years before its time.
I agree with that 100%.
They nailed it. This is timeless EDM.
And they could actually still tour with both of them and do well. So, I mean, it wasn't like they weren't busy. They had work. I mean, I just think maybe it was, people, you don't know, man. You just don't know what people battle with,
And he used to be he was known in his English neighborhood for raising flowers, and he was the complete antithesis of what he was on stage.
Yeah, when you look at him, it's crazy. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is right there. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
Ross thoughts.
It's funny.
One of my fears
sometimes
producing the show.
It's Ross.
Is that
spelled like sauce? It's Ross thoughts.
When we play that good of a song, I'm like, I think that might be too good of a song. And then all of our listeners go, I'm just going to listen to Firestarter.
Yeah. They're not going to do that. They'll do it after the show.
I am telling the audience that I think this segment is better than Prodigy's Firestarter as we don't play the rest of the song.
It is.
What I'm trying to say is murder. Okay. None of us will ever do it.
We don't. No.
None of our listeners will ever do it.
I can imagine I could even kill somebody. Unless attacked. I couldn't kill somebody in cold blood.
But that is a beautiful segue for what your Ross thought is. You've thought about it. You have thought.
I have thought about killing somebody, yes.
And I feel like I think it's healthy to think about it.
I think it's normal.
It's normal.
But I'm talking real deal. I'm not talking about you just say it out loud because it's when I have legit considered that one point in my life. One time ever.
I preface this by saying none of us will murder. Yeah. So far, not quite sure anymore. You really delivered those last 3 or 4 sentences hardcore.
He's not alone.
I'm considerably more logical, and I would never do anything in a rash of anger that would affect the remainder of my life or my family's life.
Well, that's the trick.
I understand that, but I have been angry enough in my life to do something very dumb.
That is so scary.
Yeah,
I haven't made you that angry before, right?
You don't even have you don't have the capability of doing it. You'd have to do something very awful to one of my close family members for me to flip that switch, which is what happened.
Oh.
So I headbutted a guy at a go-kart store. So I'm not afraid to hit you with the thing that keeps me alive. So
yeah. So I think am I crazy on thinking that I think it's healthy to think about terrible thoughts?
I don't know about that one though, dude.
Because if you're thinking about it, then you're not doing it. You know that you're not going to do it.
So you're saying it's like a cathartic thing you're going through to almost kind of fool yourself into getting out of that mindset.
I don't know. I feel like the people who murder, they don't think about it as much. More times not murder. A lot of people wake up and then they don't expect that their life is about to change for the rest of it.
And then there's a kid like Aiden Fucci who is looking for it or any number of your serial killers. So I think that's the difference is the propensity and the amount, right? So if you find yourself thinking about murder or killing someone every day, and you find that
if you start fantasizing about it,
fantasizing and you start planning and you start thinking and you start looking forward to thinking about it, then you have an issue. If you're thinking, man, I killed that guy, he pissed me off.
Yeah.
But that's it, then you're all right.
I'm with you, Deb. If you set an alarm to think about murder, a red flag.
I can't even say what I told
them. Just what? Through murder? About murder?
No, dude. I just said something pretty stupid to somebody once.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to talk about that.
I just told somebody they weren't safe in this state anymore.
God, you are so good at threats. One of your skills. You should put that on your resume.
I did.
Special skills. Threats.
I told a person they were not safe in Florida anymore. And they left.
They left. You kicked somebody out of the state of Florida.
They did. They left.
So I know deep down inside of my soul, you guys know it as well. I'm incapable of killing a human being.
You can kill a room.
I could kill a room. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you kill on stage.
Yeah, don't groan misunderstanding. That was a compliment.
Yeah, that was.
So, I know I can't kill anybody, dude.
Okay.
A 14-year-old's got me in the bag.
But you thought about it before. You've actually you've been angry enough to like, God Almighty.
I have not been angry enough to kill somebody.
Okay, I used to have a thing at home called the beating tree.
Oh my God, Jim, dude,
this is a.
We should not be talking about this.
This is a true story. When I was young, and
this is when he was a kid.
This is when I was a kid. This was in high school. There's a certain tree on my property, and I kept an aluminum baseball bat next to it. When I would get very angry, I would go out there and just beat the complete piss out of this tree with this baseball bat.
That's roid rage stuff.
That's how I would get it all out of my system. I'd go back in and go to sleep.
You ever get so mad that you mug a tree? Jim has.
I think a lot of people probably have something like that. Like, maybe it's a habit in their life or something like maybe it's a boxing class or a jiu-jitsu class where they get that life anger out. You need to purge that stuff, man, or it festers inside you and turns you into a seething hate bomb.
Yeah, so, you got to take a Louisville Slugger to it, a eucalyptus.
Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah, take Palm.
Well, some people run it out, Ross.
Yeah, some people do run it out.
Yeah, I mean, they run it out.
But here is what I do think about. Murder is a very fascinating, event. Look at human history. A lot of it is on the foundation of blood being spilled. Murder's an interesting thing. Us three, this is a hypothetical. Like I said, we will not murder.
Okay.
Hypothetically speaking.
All right.
We murder Jack.
Okay.
All three of us.
We all have something to do with it? Like we pass the knife?
Yeah. Something happens. Okay. I told you, I prefaced this correctly.
That's what you do in gang murders, Deb. Don't look at me and laugh. I know about this stuff. I used to be I was down.
I was part of the Palm,
right.
The eucalyptus tree beaters.
Yeah. Right.
We had jackets embroidered. We murdered Jack. What do we do with the body? Who's taking lead? Who's doing what? Why am I still crying at the thought of it?
Yeah.
What do we do? I know, Deb.
Collectively as a team, what do we do?
As a team, what do we do with the body? We got Bradshaw body.
Well,
it's got full-on Dockers and loafs.
Yeah. First things first, we have to find out who can't keep the secret. And then we have to take them out, too.
I think I'm pretty good at keeping secrets.
If you can keep a secret, you can make it. Deb
No. Because by that time, you've got one very heavy dead body to move and 3 adults to do it. So what you want to do is you want to find out who that person is after you've already made the dump of your first body, and then maybe have a second site prepped for that person that you consider a snitch.
I would agree with that, maybe. And around here, we're going to have to feed them to the gators. You know that, right?
No, because gators actually don't eat dead bodies as much as people believe. Just like they think that having a concrete block around a body will actually get it to sink to the bottom of the water, it won't once those gases come up.
The gas will come up, and it can make it buoyant. That'd be difficult with a lot of concrete if you do it right, but hogs can do the job.
Hogs could do the job. I would trust hogs before I would trust a gator.
Yeah, maybe hogs.
What about like a small papillon?
A papillon's not going to do it.
But that might lure the gator that we could use to feed on Bradshaw.
We'll tie the papillon to Bradshaw.
There we go.
The gator will find the dog and eventually...
Whoa, we're not trying to kill my papillon.
Hey, we're just trying to get out of this alive, and I already think I know who our second site's going to be.
Why do you guys... How is Deb's answer to how are we going to bury the body include more murder?
Because, listen, that's always the mistake murderers make. They plan the murder, but they don't plan the disposal. And that's usually what trips the killers up because that's where you get, especially with science today. I mean, good luck getting away with anything. You got to have your ducks in a row before you even make that act, and it starts with where you put the body.
First of all, I think the murderer's first mistake is murdering.
That is the first mistake.
That's the first whoopsies.
Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, second thing. Why am I getting murdered in this scenario?
Because you're the one asking all the damn pansy questions.
You're the one crying.
Pansy questions?
You're the one crying. Do you realize,
I'm the one who created this world that we're talking about.
People, look, man, let me give you, when you're out there and you were in the field and you're fighting for our country and you got a troop out there and you're in the jungle and you got some guy who's losing it and he's starting to cry and stuff, You got to shut that guy down. I mean, it puts the entire troop at risk.
Yeah. So
it's the same scenario right here, buddy.
Just because of me crying in a corner off of the sight of the corpse that we helped create, all three of us equally.
You can't be trusted.
Puts us all in jail is what it does. Because
Yeah.
that means you're going to crack.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't take it, you're going to crack.
You're at the
And
scene and you can't handle it.
Buddy, let me tell you, if there's anybody in these rooms, you're the cracker.
I'm not cracking.
Oh, you're the cracker.
I can't crack.
You are a cracker if I ever saw one.
I'm not cracking.
You're a cracker. Look at you.
I'm team us.
You're
being pro-murder.
Your name should be Sauce Teen. You're a big cracker.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare everyone.
Yeah, Deb, you terrified all of Central Florida with your very highly detailed answer.
Right.
And I think a lot of the listeners are also bummed out that you want to murder me. Wait,
Well, we
hold
don't
on.
wanna
No,
murder
they're
you.
stoked.
They're stoked.
They're very happy about that.
They're not stoked. They love you.
Yeah, and you guys are... I was not expecting that, hey, what are we going to do with the body? And your answer is, kill you.
Well, Ross, what we're trying to do is eliminate the idea that any of us could get busted. You came to us with this problem. We're just simply telling you what the best thing to do is.
No,
but if
we created the problem.
You're telling me that you're going to be crying. That is a dead giveaway. You got to remember, they're coming to us first. We're the people that have the most interaction with this guy every day.
Exactly, because we're the closest, we would be the first tier of investigation. And if you get those tiers into those baby blue / greens...
Yeah. And cop comes in and goes, hey, where were you last week? And you start pissing into your boots.
I would be crying at first.
Oh, yeah, right. And then you'd be blabbering. And then Deb and I get cuffed.
Oh, you are so dunzo. As soon as you're done digging that first hole, you're going to help us dig your own.
If you cause me to get perp walked by Larry.
Yeah. I am pretty bummed out. Interrogate me. I won't crack.
Where are you aware that Mr. Bradshaw's missing, sir?
Who's Mr. Bradshaw?
He's a guy you worked right next to for 5 years.
Oh, that Bradshaw.
Yeah, that Bradshaw.
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea where he is right now?
So it's okay if we take your cell phone? You don't mind if we go looking through like your call logs and your text messages and stuff? We could go ahead and do that right now?
And the only reason we're asking is because we found a hair that really matches the color of yours on his T-shirt.
And you are the only person within his circle of friends and family that we could find that actually has this kind of hair color, and having analysis already done, we know it's not colored. So
where were you yesterday between 3 and 7?
While you're answering that, go ahead and hand us your cell phone so we can go ahead and, just start looks. We know you're not involved with this, but let's just take a look.
Oh, by the way, we already have a crew in the trunk of your car right now.
I'm not going to let you touch my phone. My hair was on his jacket because I shed because I don't use conditioner, and I was at Burger King.
You have a receipt for that?
It was digital.
Oh, well, that's no problem. We'll be able to access their security cameras and find you there inside the store. Which store did you go to?
We're going to get your bank accounts and stuff, too. We're going to find out what you paid with the Apple Wallet. Other than that, you'll be fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're dead.
No, I'm not dead.
I would have already shot you.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What? Me dying?
No, bury the body vertically. Infrared picks up on long buried items.
That's
also
right.
a dead small animal on top to confuse cadaver dogs.
100%.
That's way more digging.
So you dig like a...
Yeah, I think I'm the cracker.
Yeah, you are a cracker, buddy. I got bad news for you, man.
Damn, dude, I was not expecting.
It's like an old driveway.
I was not.
It's full of cracks.
What a bummer.
You thought you were going to go out the badass in this scenario?
I thought all three of us were going to figure out a way to get out of it.
We're going to figure out a way, but we're also going to figure out a way that someone doesn't take us down. You can't be the anchor to this group, dude.
You're like Rick James' bedside table. It's full of crack.
Yeah.
And hose.
I'm not. Like, you guys really think.
We know.
And you would kill me.
Well, I mean, because
Deb already planned out a second site.
We would let you understand the magnitude of the situation, but we would just do it with something hard.
Because that's the question though. If he's going to do it there, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So then, how would you kill me? Tell me. How would you murder me? Look me in my eyes.
We would just shoot you, buddy.
Where?
Just shoot you. Probably in the eye. There he goes. Look at him, son of a bitch.
We should have done this sooner.
I can already smell the jail.
Like, why in the eye, though?
There it is. Now I can feel the jail.
Just give me the shovel. Let's just get this over with.
Stupid. Those are your raw sons of my Pete.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text
Whack.
766.
Like, I thought we were like a team of murder, like a triangle of death. thought you guys had my back.
My favorite thing is when you call us killing you whack while crying.
Exactly.
It's like late, man.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. goldsmithjewelry.com.
Well, the Turnpike is still shut down southbound due to an accident between County Road 470 and County Road 33. Consider U.S. Highway 27 for an alternate. Northbound travel on the Turnpike still very heavy from a disabled vehicle taking up the left lane approaching Kissimmee Park Road. We're still seeing heavy traffic westbound on I-4 between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Make sure to call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Rude Air Conditioners.
Rude Air Conditioners, engineered tough, built to last, dependability day after day, year after year. Rely on Rude. Find your Rude Pro Partner contractor at RudeACFlorida.com. RuudACFlorida.com.
And here in Central Florida, utility companies raised the rate 3 times last year. They did it again this year already, and they're thinking about more. But you can stop going along with these rate increases and go solar with Solar Bear. Solar Bear happens to be the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state. Plus, they're locally owned and operated, which means no subcontractors. You get the same team from Solar Bear every single day. Not to mention, solarbear.com. You can visit that right now for your free estimate. That's right, solarbear.com. Check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, one firm for life.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Why buy from DeLand Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram? We'll never be undersold with our $25,000 lowest price guarantee. No inflated prices. And right now, it's Ram Truck Month. Get up to $9,955 off the hot new 2023 Ram 1500 in stock. Plus DeLand's lifetime warranty and oil changes with qualifying vehicle. You'll save thousands. Drive a little, save a lot. DeLand Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. See dealer for details. DeLandAuto.com. That's DeLandAuto.com.
The original Misfits return. All hell's gonna break loose Saturday, June 24th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. With original singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig and original bassist Jerry Only, with very special guest Megadeth and Fear. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The original Misfits, part of the Clean Earth Systems concert series.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day to do great things. Yes! Like finally getting your closet organized. Or fixing your water heater so you can enjoy warm, steamy showers. Oh, yeah! Do something great today by calling Plumbing Today to take care of all your plumbing needs. Right now, get our 93 or free drain clearing and get the best from today.
Call today, Plumbing Today, plumbingtoday.biz.
Visit plumbingtoday.biz to book an appointment.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's the Woody Show.
Hello.
Rod Ryan Show, check it in.
All of the once-in-a-lifetime events.
Alter Ego, are you ready?
All of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music.
A little bit of everything.
All of the great podcasts for every interest.
Stuff they don't want you to know.
All of the mind-blowing contests.
$20,000.
Awesome.
All of your favorite superstars.
This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
And best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now.
This hour of programming brought to you by MyHomeBuildersNetwork.com. Need a new roof? Then you need Mike at MyHomeBuildersNetwork.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, broadcasting beautifully. Maitland, Florida here. Nice and gorgeous Friday afternoon. Really been a wonderful week all week.
Yeah.
Really
90
has.
starting tomorrow.
Gonna get some weather out this weekend. You do anything crazy? I'm going out to Taste of Oviedo. If you see me out walking around, please say hi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. May go to Paul's in the, is it Paul's? Pints and Paws down
Pints
in
and Paws.
Sanford.
Bring your little girl with you? Your little dog?
Yeah. We'll bring Say out if we go. Say for short. Sadie.
Oh,
is the long
Say.
name.
Okay. Does she have a special event or outfit that she would wear to Paws and
Yeah.
Pints?
We have she has like a onesie.
Say?
Yeah, she had a onesie, and then she has like a little onesie with a tutu kind of thing. We'd doll her up real nice. She needs a haircut right now, though.
I just want this duly noted that you did just talk about dressing up your dog in a onesie or the other onesie with the tutu.
Listen.
And you kept a straight face and a vein didn't pop in your forehead. And the Jim Colbert that I can remember sitting down next to for the very first time nearly 5 years ago this November would have died rather than admit that he has a onesie and a onesie with a tutu.
This one's got me.
Yeah,
This dog has got me hook, line, and sinker, man. She's
so
the
cute.
absolute best. My God Almighty, she's so sweet. So sweet. It's embarrassing how I act around her, actually.
And I'm the one who's going to crack.
Yeah. You're still the cracker, dude.
You're still the cracker.
I'm not going to do that.
All right, 407-916-1041. I'm Jim, Deb, and Ross are here as well. Jack will join us back next week.
Well, maybe.
will he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or will he?
Someone did text us at 77031 and said if Jack dies in the next 3 years, the three of us are screwed.
Instant suspect.
Instant grand jury.
Imagine me looking at the judge going, but did you hear what I prefaced it with? Go back to the segment before.
Right. I clearly said this was not real. He's like, I don't know. There's a giant convention in town. Are you guys aware?
MegaCon?
It's very interesting. No, not MegaCon. I say giant. It's not really giant, but it is in town.
Is this the Lego one?
No. It's a group of people that do a certain thing.
Well, I know
that some people are freaked out about.
Oh, okay, not the same one. Because a while ago there was the Olympics of trade skills.
No, that's not. That's a great idea.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah, that's kind of cool. No, that's not it.
Bet you I can weld quicker.
It said this week dozens of these will descend on Orlando, Florida for the 40th annual World Blank Association Convention, but they're not your normal ones. These are just regular, everyday professional these.
Furries?
No.
Professional dolls. The doll convention. I've seen that.
No, but some of these can be dolls or look like them.
Sex workers?
Yeah, sex toys.
No.
Blow-up dolls?
No.
Mannequins?
They perform for you. Sometimes they can be
pole dancers.
Puppets.
Sometimes they can be funny. Sometimes they can be scary.
Clowns.
Clowns is the answer.
A clownvention.
This week, dozens of clowns have descended on Orlando for the 40th annual Clown Association Convention.
Who's afraid of clowns here?
Here's the thing. I don't have a fear of clowns.
Sounds like you do.
I don't either.
But I don't understand it. Yeah. I don't understand.
What, putting on makeup to make other people happy?
I don't understand the idea of the clown because they don't make me happy and they're not whimsical or funny. I don't get it. I don't get the clown thing.
Well, it's the jester thing, right? Been around forever?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, it says, these professional clowns work in big circuses, county fairs. They volunteer in local hospitals and senior centers and stuff. Members of the WCA hail from 35 different countries.
Oh, wow.
Says their one purpose is simple. What do you think their purpose is?
To bring joy.
To break the stigma of clowns.
Says to bring happiness, joy, fun, and comic relief to children of all ages. They say children specifically. I don't think clowns are really for adults.
No.
I guess not.
No. And if you're, I know a clown. He's super awesome, very nice.
Like
got
a
the red
real
nose.
one?
Yeah, got the red nose and everything.
And that's what he does for a living?
Yeah, that's one of his gigs. Was his main gig, I believe, for a little bit, but now he's just an actor, around Central Florida. But really awesome guy. I've never met a clown that I don't like, but I have met some people who are super into clowns that I don't like.
That's an odd sentence.
I think clowns are cool. I think the people who are into clowns a little weird.
You mean like clown groupies?
Yeah, just saying people are into clowns. Like that's a thing. Like, is that true? Do clowns have groupies?
Not groupies, but
No
people enjoy like.
I bet rodeo clowns have them. I bet rodeo clowns definitely have groupies. There's no question that rodeo clowns have groupies. That's a tough job. That's a tough guy job.
Yeah, because you're facing off against a bull.
Yeah.
And you look like that.
Right, exactly. Robin Bryan, who goes by Pinky Bee, is the president of the WCA, which is the world. She's a white-faced clown who traditionally played the straight man in gags and routines.
Oh, how uncomfortable. So okay, I'm just going to go on a limb here. So there's the white-faced clown.
There are no black-faced clowns.
Okay, good. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. But when you identify yourself as a white-faced clown, that means there's other color options.
She volunteers at local hospitals with her husband. That is a really admirable thing. She and her husband have over 1,500 volunteer hours at Wolfson Children's Hospital, where they go up there and they make kids happy as they lie there with different illnesses and ailments.
If it makes the kids happy, then what could they possibly be doing wrong with their day?
Patsy Garland, who goes by Patty Cake, also a white-faced clown. She wears a full face of white makeup with a bright wig and a flower on top. And they all look kind of the same. They're all just kind of,
Yeah, you're just not into clowns. You don't even, like you said, you don't even understand it.
Like they look almost like alien to you.
Do you know what there's not many of? I'm seeing a picture of this room. There aren't many African-American clowns or Spanish clowns. Why is that? Why is the clown game primarily a white guy game or white person game?
I just don't, I don't know. I don't see the black community really pursuing clown school, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
That is weird, though, right? I mean, you think about it. I mean, they show this entire thing. I think there's one African-American woman who is in the clown game, and then a couple other Latinos. But for the most part, it's white women and men. I wonder what that is.
I'm going to try to find the black clown community. I'm sure they're out there. It's got to be at least a group text.
They get together and tell you how to put your nose on right. They go over. They go over what kind of clothes you should be wearing, like what the new clown trends are.
How big your shoes should be.
Could you imagine if you missed 1 year and then you walked in the next year and you had your bright red nose on and everybody's like, "What are you doing?"
Right, God, dude, you're so behind the times.
Oh my God! Last year we got rid of those. And look at your big stupid shoes. We did that too. Everybody's barefoot now. That's the thing.
Please tell me your flower doesn't squirt.
Yeah. No. I'm telling you, man, there is not one literally one black lady in this entire crew of clowns at this association. They're just, I guess, just not a thing in that community. Are clowns a community in the Latino community? Or a thing in the Latino community?
I know. I mean, no.
Not that I've ever seen.
Can I tell you, I've never seen an African-American clown.
I'm looking at an image of one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've seen that, but I've never seen one live. I've never seen a black clown.
But how many clowns have you experienced in your life? 4?
Somebody said, Homie the Clown, dummy. Come on,
best ever. Exactly, which was the best ever.
No, I actually was.
Homie, don't play that.
I played a clown. I've told you this before.
You did not.
I got to tell you, I'm about to get access to all of my photo albums from my childhood because my sister and my uncle have had them, and I'm going to get some of these pictures. I wrote a sketch, a little skit, a comedy skit, for my Boy Scout troop, and we went to, this is when I lived in West Virginia, we went to Bluefield to do like it was like a Boy Scout day thing, and our little skit was, we were both mopping the floor, and every time my guy would turn around to mop the floor, I'd hit him in the butt with my mop, and then when he turned around, I was acting like I was mopping again. It's the old,
Oh, that's cute.
The old tap him on the shoulder thing, and the guy who was the straight guy of the whole, he would raise hell, and I would be, we'd be like, we'd arguing, and I'm like, I don't know, and we were like getting legit laughs, and it was just like overalls and a wig and stuff like that.
Sounds like a Laurel and Hardy type.
It was
sketch.
kind of like that. Yeah.
And is it a script or is it a video?
No, it's a video. There's no. I mean, you're miming it. Clowns don't talk. I don't believe.
Jim,
right?
Well, they're not. Well,
they're not. Generally, they don't speak, right?
They don't.
Those are mimes.
But some of those, but some of them have mousy voices, right? Like they'll do like a. Yeah, they'll do that. Or the women will have like little mousy voices.
I'm a clown.
Yeah.
My name is Sparkles.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they get paid, dude. I bet if you're a good clown and you get a good reputation, you know how to do like some magic and stuff, I bet you can make a great living doing that. What do you think?
I mean, I'll look it up.
I mean, Universal has like guys who do professional clown stuff, right?
Yeah, that's how I know some clowns. I know one clown.
I just feel weird when you call him a clown. I feel like you're like calling him out and saying, that clown.
Or say, this is capital C.
Yeah. I know more. Now when I think about it, I know like 3 or 4 clowns.
Like legit.
Yeah.
Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
Balloon
animals.
Nate Bargatze's dad was a clown.
Hell yeah.
By the way, the comic Nate Bargatze's kind of blowing up right now. Is blowing up. Matter of fact, I think one of his album is My Dad Was a Clown. Or Raised by a Clown. Or it was called Yelled Out by a Clown.
Oh, man. ZipRecruiter is saying clown.
Oh, not good.
$31,000 to $46,000 a year.
You know why, though? Because it's probably mostly a part-time job.
Now, that's in Howie in the Hills.
Oh, that's not a good area to pull from.
Now, I'm also looking at salary.com. They're saying $35,000 to $87,000.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think that's one of those things where you could kind of get into an area and be that person, or even like with our friends, the Corsets and Cuties guys, right?
Yes,
you could get a small troop of people who do something like this. They can do magic or athletic, balancing acts and stuff like that.
Cruise ships,
and create a little troop of people who do birthday parties and stuff. I bet they're probably
conventions.
It probably already exists. Hell, it might be part of Corsets and Cuties.
You should go to the clown convention this weekend amongst your other plans, Jimmy, and check it out for us.
Yeah.
Do a little recon.
And that's not an insult.
Yeah.
When she tells you to go to the clown convention.
And do some recon.
It's funny because this state does have a gigantic connection with the world of clowns.
Yeah, well, Barnum and Bailey Circus is getting ready to come back without the animals. But, of course, they're, known for their clown school.
And the James E. Straits shows were based here in Orlando because there's that, or not in Orlando, but there's that city that's down in...
is it Gibson?
Gibsonton.
Yeah, Gibsonton. There you go.
And that's where the James E. Straits, all the people that that worked the circus and the fair, the traveling circus and stuff, they would live in that area. So
I believe the world's tallest man was the fire chief at one time, while the world's shortest man was the police chief.
And then that lobster boy, Grady something, he lived there, and there was that big murder case around that. But you could go. There was a
called him Lobster Boy.
Yeah, because he had a genetic deformity, and his children did as well, where all of their fingers were fused and they looked like lobster claws.
Well, at least the press was nice about it.
Yeah, and his feet as well.
Yeah.
And he was a complete bastard of a human being, but he was like part of the freak show, but he was a bastard.
So like DeVito Penguin. DeVito Penguin had a little lobster hand.
Yeah, I mean, you can see photos of him. If you type in lobster boy, it'll show you. And it was a genetic thing in his entire family.
Yep.
And they made a lot of money doing the freak show scene. And of course, that became passé. And then that whole thing ended. But you could drive down that one road down by Gibsonton and see all of those rides off to the side and all the carts and all the stuff. It was kind of cool.
So that may now become, that was passé, but he's still Lobster Boy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead now, but and then we
Lobster.
used to have Circus World here. Do you remember that?
I don't remember Circus World.
Circus World was like we're in Lakeland, and it was called Boardwalk and Baseball for a while. That was a theme park, right? And they would have spring training games and roller coasters. And then they changed it to Circus World and did like a big top kind of theme park feel, and that didn't last either. But this state has a big connection with that.
Borderline hot take, and I'm not I don't know how I feel about this, but I think some of the best clowns that I've seen, or at least have that vibe, is Blue Man Group. Blue Man Group.
Yeah. That's basically, you're right.
It's very clownish.
Can I tell you, I think the entire Cirque thing is basically a clown show because the French did the mime thing, which is not that far away from a clown. And if you saw La Nuba, which was the show that ran here for years,
loved it.
That one of the main players was a clown. Matter of fact, I believe the narrator of the entire show that came out after every act was a clown.
I hate to tell you this, but out of us four, Jack not here, Deb, who do you think would make the best visually looking clown?
You,
by far, buddy.
You think obviously Jim.
Can you tell right
now?
No,
you have the physical. You have the physical comedy necessary to bring that to
Great.
Jim would.
Yeah, you're doing
great.
it. Like, can I tell you something, buddy? You're killing it right now, makeupless.
This hour is really going my way.
How do you figure?
I found out that you would murder me if we murdered somebody else because you are convinced that I would blab.
Well,
and now you think I'm the biggest clown.
I don't think
and you guys think I cry all the time.
You asked a question. She told you the answer. You asked the question. You opened the door.
Yeah.
You opened the door. Who would be the best clown? To even ask that question to the other three people on this show makes you a clown.
You are obviously the clown. You have to be the clown.
Oh yeah, I'm the clown that threatens people to leave state.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm the most fun clown there is.
That's the clown from It.
Right.
That's the clown they're not talking about at the convention.
I will snatch your arm up from the sewer.
You don't see it. You don't see him playing like, I'm into this for 25 years, kid.
Cranky the clown?
Yes, that's a thing.
No. Yeah, no.
Cranky clowns are a persona.
But what's that horrible murderer clown that they keep putting those movies out?
That's It, right?
No. This one's way.
What's the one with the red balloon?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's called the
I've never seen them. They look so terrifying.
They're supposed to be the most disgusting movies ever.
It's like Terrifier.
That's it.
Wait, which one is that? I've never heard of that.
Terrifier 2 just came out, and they're like, it'll make you throw up just watching it. It's supposed to be double gory.
Yeah, very gory. But it's like over the top, almost like comedic gore.
Well, somebody just texted 77031. Jim would be the sad, angry clown with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
Smoke.
I'd light it for you and hang it for you.
It would be a cigar.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. Let's do last call and get out of here for the weekend.
Real radio is the news junkie.
I'm down to share my body with science, and you could play around with my body after I die, poke me with a stick or whatever. I don't mind.
Ooh, I just heard from science. They said no go, dog.
It's a no from science?
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. We have a beautiful evening ahead if you're having dinner plans outside tonight. Wake-up temperatures for your Saturday will be in the mid-60s across the interior. Afternoon highs, though, warming to the low 90s. It's going to be warm, so do make sure you're staying hydrated. The heat continues as we head into early next week, but we could be seeing the chance for a few showers moving through by Saturday evening. No reason to cancel any plans. Just stay weather aware.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Man, let's get you a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath in Mid-Florida. First things first, just log on to the website, right? When you log in, it's rebathmidfla.com. You're going to see some before and after. You can go right up there to the right-hand corner and click on those. Man, I urge everybody who is in the market for a bathroom to do that. That way you can see the quality right off rip, and that way you don't have to worry about anything. Once you see that, you're like, wow, man, they're doing some amazing stuff in people's homes, really reusing the entire space and creating a magical bathroom, that spa-like environment you want to begin or end every day of your life in. And this is all they do. That's the great thing. It's just bathrooms, and they can get your bathroom out and get that new one in just 4 to 6 days. They will use their own employees, no subcontractors, and they will give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And the products are amazing. You're getting good stuff here. This is not cheap stuff. These are names you've known forever. Moen, Kohler, Delta, Birch Cabinetry. That's what they're installing, and they do everything. Once you hire these guys, you're done. Tubs, sinks, toilets, lighting, cabinetry, tile, it's all right there, and they're on trend. Their design team can design something you'll absolutely love. It'll complement your entire home. And another thing is this. There are people out there telling people they're with Rebath, but they're not. You got to make sure it is a Rebath distributor, that when you're getting with these guys, you get the right products at the right time. Hop on board, look at the before and afters, and then book your appointment. Your new bathroom is right there in Altamont at rebathmidfla.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of water coming from leaking pipes. Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. Let's end those leaks and the damages they can cause to your walls, ceilings, and floors by replacing those old, corroded, or brittle pipes with high-quality new ones. With over 30 years of experience and work that's guaranteed for life, Repipe Specialists will expertly and seamlessly repipe your entire home in just 1 to 2 days. Call us by this Saturday to save 20%. So long, water-dripping drum solos. If you have leaks or even low water pressure, call Repipe Specialists now at 407-337-4020 to schedule a free home estimate and to save 20% on your entire job, plus zero down, zero interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit, local and insured. Call 407-337-4020 or go to repipe.com. That's 407-337-4020. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-857-5656. That's 800-857-5656. The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar & Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Do you spray wood preservatives, mold remediation products, or sanitize indoors using a hand wand sprayer? Are you a professional who uses a hand pump tank sprayer or backpack sprayer to treat indoor hard surfaces or pre-construction sites? If so, you may qualify for a research study and get paid up to $300. A research study is currently being conducted in the Orlando area to measure exposure to workers when spraying indoors with manually pressurized hand pump or battery-powered sprayers and backpack sprayers. To qualify, you must have a job or have had one in the last 2 years where you use a pump-up tank sprayer or backpack sprayer for indoor mold remediation, wood treatment, or indoor sanitizing. You must be at least 18 years old with a verified government-issued ID, know how to operate a sprayer, and be in good health. This is a one-day study with compensation up to $300 for your time. Study participants are needed. For details and to find out if you qualify, please go to www.researchstudyorlando.com. That's www.researchstudyorlando.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
What's up, man? Hey, yo, what's going on, yo? I'm sick and tired of 5-0 running up on the block, you know what I'm saying? Yo, still, they came around looking for you the other day. Word, bust it.
This is so bad. Here we go.
Informer.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Last call is stacked. So we'll get to you guys here in just 1 second. Thanks for calling. We appreciate it. Did you guys see that? By the way, I'm Jim. Deb and Ross are here as well. Jack will join us next week. I think Tuesday he returns.
By the way, yeah, it's not up on the website, but if you want to join us for What'd You Do That's New on Tuesday, it is my selection, Big Mouth, the animated show from Nick Kroll on Netflix. We're starting with the very first episode of the very first season.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What are you guys doing this weekend?
I'm getting a new bed, or we're getting a new bed.
Do you know when it's delivered?
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's
Do you
nice.
know the time?
I don't.
Between 9 and 8 p.m.
That's a hell of a window.
Isn't that a hell of a window?
Usually it's more narrow than that. Usually they give you the, it's going to be 10 to 2 or like 1 to 4.
Hopefully they're going to be calling us tonight with a tighter delivery time, but we're so excited, and Chris is in so much pain from,
oh, God.
You know, yeah.
And you're going to have to refigure everything because you're going from a queen to a king, right?
No, actually, we went to a king.
That's what I'm saying, but you're going from a queen to a king?
Nope, we've been at a king now for a couple of years. We're in that Ross world, right?
Right.
It's a whole different game.
That's right. Ross is the one that just went from queen to king. Or double to king.
It was queen to king.
Yeah, we did the same thing.
I feel like we're playing chess.
Yeah, that's a world of difference.
Especially for a guy when they're over 6 feet tall.
It's different, and it is preferred. However, I've had this conversation with my wife. I think it's a tad bit not as romantic.
Because you're not as smushed up against each other.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly, and here's why. You have to entice your partner to your side of the bed, buddy. That's what you got to do. You entice your partner. You got to show her a little something, say a little something to make her scooch over.
Yeah, I get a lot.
Before, I used to just put it in her bag.
I get a lot of no's, Jim. I get a knock, knock, knock. Anybody? And you're sleeping. Hello.
You got to pick the right time, Ross. I mean, you go in there when she's dead asleep and try to tap on her head and make something happen.
Well, no, what happens is that when I start to ask, she pretends to sleep.
Oh, you don't know that she's pretending. You don't know that.
Oh, no. She's well, I can tell that she's faking sleeping because she looks at me and goes, "No, I don't want to do that."
Okay,
I'm like, okay, well, the sleep talking is even.
Okay, good.
That's a bit much.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh, there you go. Okay, way better. Oh, that's fine.
That's still. You said 11 a.m. to 1?
1
yes,
p.m.
2 hours.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
A couple hours. That's nothing wrong with that at all.
No, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, but the balls to send that first notification out. We'll be there. 11 to, just this year.
Right. How about this? We'll send up a smoke signal for you around 10 that morning, and we're coming by wagon train, so we'll get there when we can.
When you look at your front door and it has lamb's blood, we're almost there.
Exactly. We're waiting for the sign of the sacrifice, and then we'll be there with your bed. By the way, this is the floor model, which means it's got Cheeto dust on pretty much every square inch of it.
So we'll see you in 3 years.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We're just so excited. That's another sign you know when you're adulting. When you get excited
About
over
a
a new
bed.
bed,
Oh, yeah.
over a new refrigerator,
Oh, yeah. I
over
got
a new dishwasher, and you're like, oh my God, look at all the bells and whistles.
I got all those goosebumps. I got it.
Well, don't get me wrong now, because this bed can adjust, sit you up,
Oh, yeah.
put your feet up,
We got that same thing.
and it's got a massager.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, we got massage,
Oh,
baby.
that's going to change everything.
Yeah, it is.
That's different angles.
And USB ports.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
You're hitting different spots.
You bought a spacecraft.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Well, yeah. I would, that massage aspect
All
would
right.
change everything.
Who do we have to thank today, Deborah?
We want to thank Corona Cigar Company. Jimmy, tell them again about these fantastic sticks.
Oh,
I
my
hope we
God.
get a
It's
few.
the Davidoff Tampa exclusive 2017. They're $29 a piece. They're worth every single nickel. You want the super premium experience?
Yeah, where's mine?
Go and grab one of these. I got one for you.
Okay, good. Thank
I
you.
sure do.
I
Thank
want
you.
my bed to massage. You'd be having like a 2.5 some every night.
We want to have some.
She doesn't need to wake up anymore. How about I tap, tap, tap on that controller?
Yeah.
How about that? You just stay right over there.
Oh, isn't that awesome? I can pretend like I'm sleeping and you can still get your business done.
I'll tell you what, Trick, I'll call you when I need you.
Yeah, how's that? This whole USB
Deal.
thing is great.
Deal. Awesome. And we also want to thank Candace Rich with her Rich Tips that you can get every Friday afternoon.
Yeah, very good. Good job. Stand up, Ross.
Yes, April 1st, next Saturday, I'm going to be headlining Theater West End with my good friend Jimmy Moynihan.
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Come on out, downtown Sanford. You can get your tickets on theaterwestend.com.
Ross Paget Comedy on all social media platforms. Here we go. Mike, last call.
Hey, Mike, sometimes funny Larson here. I heard that guy who smacked his wife in the face with a pizza was charged with assault and red pepper. Give me the electric chair, quack sauce.
Give him the electric chair, he said. Damn. Dave, last call.
Two things. Jim, how you doing today? Everything
Good,
going
brother.
Good?
Good.
Good. All right. As your best friend, I got to make sure you're doing good.
I understand.
Ross?
Yeah.
Ross, how long was it you wore those corduroy pants? Was it 4 weeks? 4 months?
It was 4 months.
4 months. I don't want your car anymore.
Yeah.
I was going to offer you $2,000 for that car, but no, you had junk drawers for 4 months. I ain't taking that car.
Yeah, I got you, buddy. That's a really good.
It was in middle school.
Still,
it's fine.
That's some pretty heavy crust.
Michael, last call.
I know where there is a clown community here in Orlando.
All right, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I agree with that.
That sounded like a clown.
Yeah, it did.
Mike Larson, last call.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting really mad at that first caller, Jim.
This is happening.
Mike, I murdered this last call segment for 4 years. Buzzer Larson here, and I'm calling you from Spuds, Florida. What cheese is not yours and won't ever be yours, Jim?
I don't know,
Gotta
buddy.
be better. What?
Nacho cheese.
No, get out of here,
Mike.
Michael.
Give
come
him
on.
the electric chair.
Give him the chair.
Give him
We
the
need to get a
chair.
I'm not going to give him what he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Enjoy your
guy.
silence.
Tough guy. Look at
Damn.
that. Party mom, take us home. Last call. No.
No.
You there?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You guys kind of said that quick, like you weren't listening. So I guess there's no point in trying any pot roast.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thanks, Party Mom. I appreciate that. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for listening all week. We do appreciate it greatly. Coming up Monday, we'll do sports with Brandon Kravitz. We'll also have
Ray Trendley.
That's right.
Yeah, the 6 o'clock hour.
For sure. Everybody have a great weekend. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the corporate time. Bungalower in the Bus. What the hell is Angel listening to? And, of course, Sunday mornings is the legend Joseph Martins with Sunday Morning Coming Down. And Real Music Weekends all weekend long. We'll see you Monday at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic weekend.
My bed's got a massager.
Oh, God.
Ooh.